Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fan Den UK. So we're here for the live stream. Unfortunately, my microphone has just fell off its stand. Just bear me a second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. My microphone decided to come unstuck. So sorry about that, guys. But we're all good now. Um, we are here for a live stream match watch along. Second one today for Man United v Nottingham Forest. Big game, obviously in the Premier League. Uh, Nottingham Forest's first visit to Old Trafford since their promotion to the Premier League. So hopefully they are going to give a good account of themselves. Just to let you guys know, if you're not aware, apparently there is a virus within the Man United team. So quite a few of the players have been ill with issues with involving this virus. Apparently it's quite a bit of a changed back line for United because of it. So I'm just gonna um, share the teams or the teams we expect. You guys want to drop your comments in the chat? That would be great. I'll come to the comments in a minute. I'm just going to try and share this for you guys. There we go. So you guys can see the teams there. Like I say, apparently a much changed team as far as United are concerned in the back. So that might give Nottingham Forest a bit of hope and a bit of belief. From what we're seeing, it looks like United are going with a back four, two in midfield, in defensive midfield positions, three attacking midfielders, and one striker up front, which is, according to this, is Anthony Martial. Why? I'm not surprised. I'm surprised Marcus Rashford's not being played up front, but that is obviously a tactical decision. Nottingham Forest going with a 4-3-3 formation. And this is obviously Jesse Lingard's first visit back to Old Trafford since leaving the club officially. It should be an interesting one, guys. Like I say, plenty to potential to come in this game. So the game's just kicked off, guys. I'm just going to read through a couple of your comments before we get on with the match details of the match watch along, should I say. United just in possession at the minute, passing around at the back. I will keep you guys informed. Stevie Allen, hi Dylan, how's it going? Stevie, appreciate all the great work you do there in the background, mate. Thank you very much. Dylan, hi Stevie, how are you, mate? That's great to see you guys making the effort to talk to each other. Guys, if you are just joining us, please do hit that like button if you could. Help more fans see our channel. Obviously, we're still quite a new channel in the YouTube community, so the more you guys hit that like button, then hopefully more fans. It makes it easier for more fans to find out about us and what we're trying to do. Stevie Allen, yeah, good, thanks, mate. Did you have a nice Christmas? I've already spoken to Dylan about that, but yeah, Dylan saying yes, mate. Had a great Christmas with. So yeah, Guys, if you want to join the chat, you can. You want to come on the show, you can. The link's at the top of the chat. I have added it in. I can add it in again. There we go. Has that added it? Not sure if that's added it, has it? No, it's not added it. Oh, there we go. So there you go, guys. If you want to come on the show, you can do. There's the link. Just click the link if you want to come on and talk some football with me. That would be awesome. You guys are always welcome to get involved in the channel in different ways, whether it's just in the chat or whether it's coming on the show or whether it's in stuff we do on social media. So, guys, just to let you know, 2 minutes gone in the game. The possession currently with Nottingham Forest goalkeeper, long ball forward, out to that far side. Just a bit of a midfield battle at the minute. United picking up possession again and in their back line. So yeah, not too much to report just yet. Just the game, just both teams feeling the way into the game in the first couple of minutes, as you might expect. Rich Paul Sports, how's it going, mate? Good evening, good to see you. Good evening, Fanden. Have a great broadcast. Have a great broadcast. I've got Rashford and Ericsson in my fantasy league team. Keeping an eye. Do you rate Ten Hag? I'm a bit undecided about Ten Hag at the moment, mate, because we all know that Ronaldo wasn't brilliant with the stuff that he was doing before the World Cup, and he was being difficult and stuff like that. And I wasn't impressed with that from such a high-profile player. It was really poor to see him behaving like that. But I think that the manager also handled it badly as well. So I'm not going to judge the guy too soon, but I wasn't impressed with his the way he came into the club and started laying down the law so heavily. It didn't look to me like he was trying to get players on side. If anything, he was a bit. It gave the impression to me that he was a bit more on a power trip. And I thought that was the wrong approach, considering we'd seen other managers come into Man United and try that same tactic, and it hadn't worked for them. So yeah, like I say, Ronaldo issue was a big issue for the whole club. Yes, it needed dealing with, but I don't think Ten Hag always dealt with it in the best way. So hopefully that answers your question, mate. Like I say, I think we have to give him a bit more time to judge him. To be fair, I don't want to judge the man too soon. But like I say, we'll have to see how it goes. But I've not. I'm very split on him at the minute, mate. I don't know whether to think good of him or bad of him, because I've not been impressed with his press conferences and his like I say, the way he's come out and openly criticised some players. As an early manager, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. You're not going to get the players on side when you're coming out criticising them so early in your managerial career. United with an opportunity now inside the Nottingham Forest box. Shot comes in, deflected. Another shot comes in, saved by the goalkeeper, and it's ricocheted out, I think, for a corner. So yeah, just keep you guys up to date with what's going on. PFC underscore DY4. Dylan, it's good evening, mate. How are you? I'm good, thanks, mate. Always a pleasure to see you involved in the chat. Good to see you, mate. Hopefully you're okay. I'll be speaking to you shortly, mate, because I did start. Well, I've been spending the last couple of weeks preparing for the counter attack league, but I did a bit more work on it preparation last night. So I'm hoping to get you guys together that have been invited to take part in that. So if there's time when I'm finished the live stream, I am going to try and do a bit more preparation work on that. So you might hear from me later, Dylan, with regards to that. But yeah, good to hear if you're doing okay, mate. Hopefully you are. Are you all settled now in your new house? And has it officially been christened with a family Christmas now? Because obviously, once you have a Christmas in anywhere that you move that's new, That's obviously a good way to make it feel like home, innit? So yeah, hopefully that's the way it's starting to feel for you, mate. At as I say, Stevie Allen, hi Dylan. Did I miss something here? You guys said hello to each other earlier. That threw. Sorry, that's just thrown me off because I saw you guys talking to each other at the start. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Sorry. No worries. No big deal. It's just threw me off a bit seeing it again. I thought I'd got ended up back at the top of the list for some reason. Um, Dylan obviously saying hello back. Top. That's great to see. Nottingham Forest in possession, guys, in their own half of the pitch, and now we've got a stoppage for a foul on a Nottingham Forest player right in the centre spot of the pitch. It was a bit, yeah, it was a bit of a sloppy tackle that from the United player trying to regain possession, and it's not much made of the free kick opportunity. Just it restarted play really. So possession back with United in their own half, midway in their own half, just moving towards um, the halfway line, and they're just passing it about at the back at the minute. So just while United just start building the pressure again, we'll just read out one or two more comments. Um, Stevie, yeah, yeah, good. Thanks, mate. Did you have a good, nice Christmas? That's repeated itself for some reason, hasn't it? I'm sure you guys just asked yourselves that. Dylan's, yes, mate, great Xmas. Why am I going over? It has. It's some reason. It's repeated the comments, hasn't it? That's weird. I've never seen that before. That's a really unusual one. All right, so we'll go back. So we must be up to there then. Apologies, guys. For some reason, it has duplicated all your comments in the first couple of minutes of the stream. So I don't understand that. That's why it's thrown me off. Um, but yeah, not to worry. Just yet another little technical gremlin to to try and catch me out. Rico Sports is saying Cristiano Ronaldo is an he's an interesting guy. Question: what's your take on player power in in general? Um, I'm not impressed with it, mate. I'm not impressed with it. Players need to recognise that they're in a privileged position and should be a bit more humble, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe that's because I'm an older guy and I look at it different um, to a lot of the younger fans. I totally understand why younger fans, get stuck on particular players because of how well they play and how impressive they are. But we have to remember this is a team sport. It's a team sport. There's no I in team. Look up the word at a team in the dictionary. Do you see an I in it? No, it's no I in it. So, for me, individuals that think they're bigger than the club or bigger than the team, just they're not. They're selfish. They're selfish, and they're just not acknowledging the privileged position that they are in. Come on, guys. As fans, would you not all love to have been in the privileged position to play football for a club that you love and earn a lot of money doing it? So, these players that are obsessed with a player power or that think that they're big and important just because their name's been got attention in the media, you need to eat a bit of humble pie and be a bit more respectful to the fact that there's millions of fans around the world that look up to them and idolize them and wish that they was in that privileged position and they was lucky enough to get recognized when they were younger playing football. So hopefully that answers your question, mate. For me, had no problem with players, being public and being very much in the spotlight and stuff like that. But just be a bit more humble with it. That's all I ask for me as a fan. I just wish some players would just be a bit more humble with it. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Just seeing Nottingham Forest in possession now on this near side. Ball forward, but it's straight to the Man United goalkeeper, De Gea, who picks it up and now tries to get Man United on the move down that far side of wing. There we go. Sorry, guys. Just trying to alter so you can see that a bit better. No, that's not the right one. There we go. That's the one. There we go, guys. That's better. So yeah, Nottingham Forest regained possession midway inside their own half, looking to move the ball forward up as far as the halfway line. Now they come back inside, but they'll try to get some momentum going forward and lose possession with a bit of a sloppy pass. United with a long ball forward, trying to get their attackers on the move, but it's picked up by Nottingham Forest defenders, and now they look to move forward. They've switched the play out to the far side, and now on the edge of the United box, looking to come inside, but a sliding tackle from a United defender, and it's gone out for a corner kick on that far side. So yeah, thanks for that, Richo Sport, guys. Just to let you know, the link is further up the chat if you want to come on and join me and talk some football or have your say on this game. You're welcome to click that link, and it will bring you on screen with me if you wish. If not, no problem. Only want to have fans on if you're comfortable coming on the channel to chat. If not, if you prefer to just talk in the chat section, that's perfectly fine. Respect your wishes, whatever you prefer. But the option's there if you want it. So corner now for Nottingham Forest. 13 minutes gone so far, guys. Corner comes in, and it's towards the near post, but it's deflected, and now United pick up the ball on the far side and looking to hit Nottingham Forest on the counter attack. Ball swept out to this near side, and it's Rashford who picks it up. But that has just given Nottingham Forest enough time to get men back behind the ball. And now United start to build from the back. Long crossfield ball over to this near side. Rashford picks it up, and a 1-2 into the box and an opportunity, but it's a United player and a Nottingham Forest player both coming together on the near post, and it's deflected away for a throw-in. Dylan is saying, what are your thoughts on Norwich sacking Dean Smith? Think it's a bit harsh considering they are fifth, but my girlfriend is a Norwich fan, and she has been calling for his head for ages now. Right. Well, actually, to be fair, mate, that's the first I've heard of it. I didn't actually know he'd been sacked, but yeah, it's the football world we live in it now, mate. You know, managers, clubs just talk the talk, but don't walk the walk. They say they pick a manager for a project, this, that, and the other. But as soon as we see more often than not now, a manager has a bad run of games, a couple of bad runs a game, a couple of bad games, and they want to sack him, or the fans are calling for him to be sacked. And it's just so bad. It really is. It's damaging the game. It's just so much impatience now in the game that for fans and clubs and boards particularly wanting instant success. Well, I'm sorry, but this is a team sport. It's a competitive sport, and you're not going to get instant success. It takes time to build a winning team. And it's amazing that we have so many people involved in clubs that don't seem to recognise that. So, yeah, for me, obviously, Norwich fans understand if you wanted him gone. Totally understand that. Fans' opinion is very important. But for me, if we're talking generally, I do think it's a bit harsh. Especially considering Norwich have been pretty competitive for a while. So, yeah, hopefully that answers your question there, Dylan. United in possession midway inside the Nottingham Forest half of the pitch, switching the ball out to that far side. And now it's deflected off Nottingham Forest defender, and it's gone out for a corner. For a corner on that far side. So Dylan is saying, no problem, mate. Hopefully we'll catch up with you and the others lads soon. Yeah, like I say, mate, just letting you know that I haven't forgot about the counter-attack league. I've just been trying to make the preparations for it. I've still got some preparation to make yet, but I'm just letting you know, because obviously I spoke to you about it the other week, so I didn't want you guys forgetting thinking I'd forgotten it, or I were putting it off or anything. It is in the pipeline. It's just like I say, I've got to try and squeeze it in and around what I'm doing on the channel, because the channel has to take priority for now. Um, Unfortunately, I've got to be honest, guys. I've wasted too much time on social media trying to get people involved on social media. And as I'm sure some of you guys have seen that are involved in the groups that I've got going on social media, there's plenty of people that say they're interested but don't show it. So it's time for me to stop wasting too much time on social media. I'll still be doing stuff on social media, just not as intently as I was in previous seasons. So United now in possession. Looking to move the ball up the field on the far side, but now it's lost and picked up by Nottingham Forest, who now try to build some momentum. Still on the far side. Just some 1-2s between the players. And now the ball crossed forward over everybody, and it's gone to the goalkeeper, De Gea, who picks it up. And now we'll look to build, get United back on the move. Dylan saying, yes, guys, all settled in. Absolutely awesome, mate. Glad to hear that. And I'm sure, like I say, I'm sure it's starting to feel like home now. Now you've had a Christmas there. So United in possession on the halfway line. Ball out to this near side. Ball passed back to the defence, and now back into midfield and out again onto this near side. And now United looking to get in behind Nottingham Forest, and the ball has just rolled out for a goal kick. I think it's a goal. No, sorry, corner. It's gone out for a corner with a deflection from a Nottingham Forest player. So we have a United corner on this near side. 18.5 minutes gone, guys. Still 0-0. Just waiting for the corner to be taken. And we'll come back to the comments in a sec, guys. Corner comes in, and a shot straight into the back of the net from Marcus Rashford. That was a beautiful corner. Really well taken. Wasn't actually lifted off the ground when the corner was taken. It was just a literally an angled pass out to Rashford, and he just run onto it and just tapped it straight into the back of the net. And it's credit to United there. It was a really good team goal. Looked like something that had been practiced on the training pitch, to be honest. And Nottingham Forest caught standing still a little bit. Maybe just didn't expect that. But yeah, they looked like Nottingham Forest very much stuck on the man marking scenario, but it didn't quite work out for them because they left Marcus Rashford unmarked just on the edge of the box, and he was able to run onto it and slot it home to give United a 1-0 lead. So just coming up to the 20-minute mark, guys, and it's Man United 1, Nottingham Forest 0. Rich Paul Sports saying, Fanden, do you enjoy commentating? What's your style? I'm going to keep quiet and let you tell us about the game. Haha. No, it's not that I like commentating. I'm trying to get all aspects of what I'm doing better. And I was made aware by other YouTubers, or one particular other YouTubers, that I was spending too much time on doing match watch-alongs and talking to fans in the chat, which I still wish to do, and I'm still trying to do that as well. So you guys are welcome to drop your comments in the chat. But like I say, I was made aware by other YouTubers that I was doing match watch-alongs and not commentating enough on the game. So since I was made aware of that, I've been trying to change it slightly to give coverage to both, to basically give fans more information about what's going on in the game. So I trying to learn how to commentate and actually give updates on the game and commentate as it's progressing. But also trying to balance that with also interacting with you guys in the chat. So if you've just noticed that, mate, it's just that reason. Whether I'm getting it right, I don't know. Only time will tell. Practice make perfect. and I've still got a lot of studying to do to watch other YouTubers and get tips and stuff from them. But yeah, um, I found that a lot of people were viewing the channel and not sticking around, and I kind of uh, was led to believe that that might be because I'm listing the stream as a match watch along, and then not telling people what's going on in the game because I was spending too much time answering questions and stuff in the chat. Well, like I say, answering questions and stuff in the chat is very much an important part of Fandom because we want you guys to feel involved in what we're doing. But at the minute, oh, and another shot for United as they hit Nottingham Forest on the counter attack. Martial just latched onto a pass there and literally tapped it in. It deflected off the goalkeeper's hand and has gone into the bottom left-hand corner. So Man United 2-0 up. And obviously, Nottingham Forest kind of created their own own problems there with maybe throwing a few too many fans forward. But yeah, so yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Reach Pro Sport. Like I say, I'm trying to get the balance right between commentating and interacting with you guys in the chat as well. So feel free to keep commenting if you wish, mate. I'll just, like I said, I'm trying to learn how to get the balance between both. And also take you guys' opinions on board as well. But I thought there was some truth to it when I was told that off another YouTuber, because it was kind of like, well, yeah, I suppose you're right. When I'm listing live streams as match watch-alongs, it's no good doing match watch-alongs and then not telling people what's going on in the game because I'm too busy active in the chat. So yeah, I'm just trying to learn how to get the balance right between the two, mate. So hopefully that answers your question. Caden Brown, I won the previous bet. Laugh out loud. Good for you, mate. Glad to hear if you had some betting success. The game's restarted now after the second goal. Nottingham Forest now in possession out on that far side, but yet again they lose it. But the referee is now blown for a foul of some description. I'm not sure what. Didn't see nothing wrong there. But the referee's clearly seen something. So we've got a free kick just on the edge of the pitch. About, I would say, probably maybe about 35 yards from goal on an angle. So I'm not expecting this to be a direct shot on goal. I'm expecting this will be a cross or an in-swinging, out-swing. Well, yeah, probably maybe either cross or an in-swinging cross. Yeah, it is, but it's not enough power on it, and it comes to the second United man defending it, who heads it away. But now Nottingham Forest back in possession and looking to get in behind, but the chip over the top has gone way beyond everybody and has gone out behind for a goal kick to United. So sorry about that. So yeah, Caden, good to hear that, mate. If you've won a bet, guys, if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button and drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you guys. If you hit that like button, it is appreciated because it helps more fans see the channel and what we're trying to do. Like I say, still quite new in the YouTube community, so our numbers obviously not as big as a lot of other YouTubers that have been at it a lot longer than we have. So just dropping that like doesn't cost you nothing, but it can be helpful to help us push forward with the project and get more fans to know about us. And I'm sure a lot of fans that are on YouTube are going to love the future of Fandom once we get more numbers, because I've got some really ambitious ideas, some stuff that you guys are going to love, but I cannot get on with them kind of ideas until we improve the numbers. So yeah, like I say, please do hit that like button and consider subscribing as well. Give us a chance, see if you like what the Fandom project's about. So the ball is now out on the far side, guys, for a throw-in to Nottingham Forest. United really got the bit between the teeth, it looks like, at the moment. They're looking to get forward at every opportunity. Seems to be, I don't know, it's difficult to say in it with the World Cup, but there definitely seems to be some kind of reaction within the team to obviously what's happened during the World Cup break with Ronaldo and all the publicity and stuff like that. But like I say, it seems to have galvanised the Man United team a little bit with the way they are playing at the minute. They're definitely playing like a team that want to impress and improve. Kieran Brown is saying back for more. Absolutely, mate. Well, hopefully the result goes the way you need it to. Stephen Allen is saying, "Well done, Caden. What what bet you got for this game?" Um, Good question. Sorry, guys. I'm just reading some of the comments because we've got a stoppage for an injury. So just wait for the player to get some treatment off the medical team. Caden Brown saying, I have Awanle and Ericsson not getting one shot on target. Right. That's an unusual bet. So you're betting on players not scoring. Is that, am I right saying that, Caden? Let me know if you can, mate. Are you betting on players not scoring? I've never heard that kind of bet before. It's normally betting on accumulators and stuff like that. So we now got the game restarting with a free kick for Nottingham Forest midway inside their own half. Free kick taken, long ball forward, and the ball is currently up in the air, being headed about by both teams. And the ball finally drops to the floor, and it's Nottingham Forest that pick it up just on the edge of the United box. And looking to play in. And to be fair, this is pretty ambitious play. What we're seeing from Nottingham Forest, they're not intimidated. They are looking to get forward and create chances. And the ball's gone out on the far side for a corner. So another corner, second corner of the game for Nottingham Forest. Vico Sport, great answer, fan. Then, do you think clubs with massive histories of success, but incredible unfair pressure on players and expectation levels from fans look at Man United? Well, yeah, yeah, mate. That is an absolutely that is a perfect way to analyze it. Corner's taken, guys, and it's gone past all the players, and it's out on this far side and turned into a bit of a scrap. And now the referee has blown for a foul. We're having a few early stoppages early in this game, guys. 28 minutes gone. 28. Well, just coming up to 29 minutes. Just a bit of a rash tackle, both to Rashford and Mangala for Nottingham Forest. A bit of a coming together, pulling shirts, arm round each other, and the goal. And the referee has felt necessary to blow for a foul. But yeah, Richo Sport, there's a few clubs like that, isn't there? There's not just United. United are guilty of that. Their fans very guilty of that. Also, Arsenal fans, when they was having, obviously they're doing a lot better this season, but when they was having a dip in form, they showed an amazing amount of arrogance. Some of the Arsenal fans when they were struggling to pick up results, it was quite shocking. How quickly I was shocked at the turnaround, the way that fans turned on Arsene Wenger. And then I watched the game yesterday and they're singing about him. So work that one out, mate. Now, when he was in power and he was coming to the end of his Arsenal career and he was struggling, and it's understandable, a man of his age was running out of ideas after so long at the club. And you had basically Arsenal fans calling for him to be sacked, calling him out, saying he was old and out of date. And this is a man that's brought massive success to Arsenal, and yet he was treated like dirt just before he left. And then the other night, we hear him singing about him. So, that's obviously one example. United is the same. Liverpool do it as well. They show arrogance. Aston Villa are guilty of it as well. So, yeah, there's a lot of clubs we could go around where they have that arrogance of where they think they've got a God-given right to success just because of previous success at the club. So, yeah, I think you're right to highlight that, mate. And it's an excellent point. Unfortunately, I think there's good and bad we can say about fans and good and bad we can say about players. So, yeah, it's an excellent point. Long ball forward for United, but it's cut out by some good defending from Nottingham Forest, keeping themselves between man and ball to block the cross. And now it's out on the far side, still in possession of United. United now bring it back into midfield and switch to the opposite side of the field with a pass, but the pass is cut. Excuse me. The pass is cut out, and now Nottingham Forest on the counter-attack down this near side. And really good effort there from the Nottingham Forest player, doing it all on his own down this near side. and just about managed to keep possession of it. And then we've just had a shot from about 35 yards out from Nottingham Forest, and forcing De Gea into a much needed save. And it ricochets off the top half of his chest and goes out for a throw in. So yeah, not surprised De Gea didn't actually try to catch that, but maybe he thought better of it, thinking that if he fumbled it, it might end up in the back of the net. But yeah, that was an excellent effort from Nottingham Forest, and we've got now another corner from Nottingham Forest. They should start to make more of these corners if they can continue to get them. They should get a bit more of a threat on goal, because the first two corners we've seen from Nottingham Forest were quite poor. Corner comes in right into the middle of the box, and it's deflected away. But Nottingham Forest pick it up and pass it back to the halfway line, and now back to the goalkeeper to keep possession. So yeah, thanks for that, Richo Sport. Appreciated, mate. Like I say, I think you make a great point there about about some club fans and expectation being a bit unrealistic. Aaron, how's it going, mate? Great to see you. Welcome to the chat. Aaron is saying, "Hi, guys, mate. How are you doing? I'm good, thank you, mate. Appreciate you coming, getting involved. Real pleasure. Obviously, trying to keep the intensity going at the minute. So that's why we're doubling up the streams today." To try and help more fans find out about us. Fingers crossed. Let's hope it works out that way. United back in possession now, midway inside the Nottingham Forest half of the pitch. Pass back to the halfway line. United looking to keep possession, passing it about at the back. Now switch the play out to this near side. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do drop your comments in the chat and hit that like button. It'd be very much appreciated. But like I say, drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you guys. We are trying to build a real fan channel here. So it's up to you guys to come and make the effort to get involved if you are a passionate football fan and care about the fan community and want to be involved in a project what really is about fans. This is the project for you. So we're just having a stoppage in play at the minute, guys. 34 minutes gone, and it's still Man United 2, Nottingham Forest 0. Now the ball's back in play out on this near side, and two players coming together, and it's gone out for a throw-in. Reach Post Sport saying, well, I'm shouting you out every time I say your account name, mate. I'm shouting you out every time I do your account name. Every time I read your comment, I'm giving your channel a mention. So, yeah, if you want it pronouncing like that, mate, maybe you should split the word up because it comes across as it's one word, Rich Po. So that's obviously why I'm pronouncing it like that, mate. So yeah. But like I say, mate, I'm mentioning your channel every time I read out your comments. So that should be enough promotion, considering I wouldn't come on your channel and specifically ask for a shout out like that. So yeah, that's a bit unusual, that one, mate. But there you go. I don't take offence to it because I'm not like that. I try to be relaxed and positive with people as much as possible. But yeah, according to Rich Poe Sports, that's his Rich is saying it's pronounced Rich Poe as two separate words. So yeah, but yeah, like I say, I mention you every time I read your comment out, mate. Aaron's Hart saying, "Come on, United." Yeah, obviously, Aaron being a massive Manchester United fan, and yeah, you still 2-0 up, mate. So result definitely going your way. So far, and 36 minutes gone, and United looking the slightly stronger of the two teams. But Nottingham Forest not letting them have it all their own way so far. They have tried to get forward a few times. They've created some pressure for United and letting United know that they intend to try and get forward when they get the opportunity. Um, Caden Brown saying yes, correct. What is that? Correct. Is that with regards to your bet? Right. Is that with regards to betting on players not scoring it? Is that what you mean, mate? Yes, correct to that. I think that's what you mean anyway, mate. But thank you for letting me know. Appreciated. United in possession now on the edge of the Nottingham Forest box, and a shot comes in from this near side from Anthony, and it's just high, just a little bit above the corner of the crossbar. It was good, well angled, and it just didn't quite get enough dip on it to trouble the goalkeeper. But yeah, it was pretty good effort overall. It's just gone a bit high and wide of the top corner of the post. Um, Dylan, PFC underscore DY4 is Dylan. Apologies, mate. I have to go now. Enjoy the rest of the game. Take care and speak to you soon. No worries, mate. Thank you very much for dropping in. Really appreciated it. Really appreciate that, mate. Look after yourself. And yeah, hopefully I'll catch you again soon on either social media or on the next stream. But I'm sure I will speak to you on social media soon. United on the attack now, but it's cut out by the back line of Nottingham Forest and lobbed forward. But United managed to regain possession, and now the play switched onto this near side and back into midfield. United really looking to turn the screw now and look for that third goal. And some great 1-2 passes between some of the United players. But Nottingham Forest not allowing them have it all their own way. And now we've got the flag up for an offside. But no worries, Dylan. Thank you very much for dropping in, mate. Take care, and hopefully, like I say, I'll catch up with you soon. Aaron Hart is saying, come on, 2-0. Nice to see, mate. Nice to see Martial scoring again. Yeah, he's looking a bit more impressive. Last time I saw him, he was looking like a player really lacking in confidence. But it's been a while since I saw him. I believe hasn't he been playing over in France on loan or something? Obviously, it's a bit hard to keep track of every player when they go out on loan and stuff like that. But I'm sure he's been over in France, and he with us for a spell on loan, which seems to have helped settle him down. Let's be honest, he was a player that needed a bit of humble pie because when he first came to the club, I think his ego was getting in the way a little bit, and I think he thought he was the big cheese before he'd actually achieved anything. So yeah, but like I say, mate, he definitely looks a bit more of a composed player and a more of a team player since he's come back. From what I've seen, I've not seen enough of him yet, but it definitely a noticeable improvement from his attitude before. And Nottingham Forest have scored. Free kick comes in, and it's right into the mix of the bodies. And Nottingham Forest have headed it home, and they've now pulled one back. So it's Man United 2, Nottingham Forest 1. 40 minutes gone, and we've got a game on now, guys, haven't we? Looks like United not going to necessarily have it all their own way in this one. Yeah, it was a free kick delivered in from this near side. Great cross, and just fell right to the Nottingham Forest player at the back of all the pack of United players. And he got the right side from the Nottingham Forest point of view. He got the right side of the United defender. And if you actually look at the United defender that should have been marking him, he could be blamed for letting that happen because he just once the player was on the wrong side of him, it looked like from the replay, it looked like he just gave up. Now we're seeing a VAR replay, so this gets disallowed. It's a bit harsh, but yeah, the United player that was supposed to be defending him definitely looked like he kind of give up once he'd lost that battle. So I think it's been back for a handball because the way the player has tried to head it, he's got his arm up like this, and he's tried to put his head to it. So I think they're just checking to make sure that there's no handball involved in um, that shot on goal. Um, and like I said, as the ball's coming, it's headed off his hand. Sorry, it's headed off his head, but his arm's here. So as he's gone, it's not sure whether it's hit his head or whether it's hit his arm or the top of his shoulder. So like I say, we're just waiting for the VAR decision to let us know how they've judged it. Just waiting for this check, guys. We'll come back to the comments in a minute. Just waiting for this check um, to be decided. Taken a long time to make this decision. I don't know what I'm trying to work out whether they're checking for offside or foul. Right, so it doesn't look like it's an offside that they're looking for. I think it's an handball because it definitely doesn't look like he's offside. When they just showed the replay, it doesn't look like it's offside. Oh, it's been ruled out. Well, that seems very harsh, if you ask me, guys. That seems really harsh. I don't understand why they've ruled it out. I'm not sure exactly what they've seen wrong with that. Other than a handball, unless it can be classed as a handball, I'm not sure. But that seems really harsh from a Nottingham Forest point of view. So yeah, like I say, hopefully we'll get an explanation to that in a halftime break. But yeah, up so far looks like a very tough decision. Rich Poe Sports is saying style over substance. Fan Den, what's your take when fans say they want good looking football rather than results? Are they really helping their clubs with such statements? Well, yeah, absolutely, mate. Mate, you make some great points, Rich Bow Sport. Like I say, I've mentioned it a few times, mate. You should come and join me on the channel, and we'll probably have a more in-depth debate and conversation. Because, like I say, you definitely chuck some great comments in sometimes, mate. So it would be good to have a more in-depth conversation with you. And obviously, if you come on the channel, I would be more than happy to give you some promotion then, and obviously try and help you out that way and return the favour. But yeah, it's a great point, mate. I think, like I say, the problem we've got is we're in an age of football now where you only have to go onto social media and you've got fans switching what club they support based on players. So they don't actually support a club, they support a player. So, and Ronaldo is a perfect example of that. You have fans that support Ronaldo. They don't support the club that he plays for. They support Ronaldo. So they'll support that club as long as he plays for them. And as soon as he stops playing for them, they switch their attention to the club that he moves to. And that's the biggest problem in football. You got too many players, too many fans, or it's becoming more fashionable for fans to glory hunt, basically, just follow a popular player around. So to me, them kind of people are not real football fans. Because I was raised as, you support a club through good and bad, and you stick with them through thick and thin. And if results aren't always going your way, yes, you can moan and groan and you can complain, but you still stick with them. And that was the way I was raised. But unfortunately, the newer generations that are coming through are more bothered about the glory and following a fashionable football player or a popular football player. And it's the problem is it's everybody to their own taste, isn't it, mate? Everybody's individual, and it comes down to generation things as well. Obviously, me and possibly yourself, being of an older generation, we're more traditionalist. We believe in supporting the team and the club, and that you stay loyal to your club no matter what players and what league they're in. But unfortunately, the next generation or the younger generation seem to have a different attitude towards football. And I'm not saying I like it. I'm not saying I agree with it, but that's their choice, isn't it? And it's just the way football's going. I'm not going to criticize them too much. I'm not a big fan of it, I'll be honest. I do think it's a little bit, to a certain extent, it's glory hunting when you're just supporting top players and not sticking with a team. But everybody supports football in their own unique way. Some people don't even support one club. Some people just like going to games. It's like myself. My club, as I've well publicised, is Bolton. I'm a loyal Bolton fan. That's my club. But I love football. So, and I'm not. I don't got not really got much time for hatred and hating other clubs and all that stuff because I'm not really interested in that. I just love football. I just want to enjoy the game, and I like to see competition, and I like to see different teams competing each other, and I like to see the underdog occasionally cause a shock. So you could say that about me as being a bit more traditionalist, but yes, I will always be 100% behind the club I support, but I will also be 100% behind football because I just love football. And just because I have a team and I support that team doesn't mean I can't enjoy other clubs and other games, and want other teams to do well and have success. And I think that's what a lot of fans do get confused about sometimes. Just because you show support to your own club and you love your own club doesn't mean you can't still enjoy other teams and other leagues and other aspects of the game. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Sorry if I've gone a long way about it, mate. So, guys, we are just coming into the extra time added on to the first half. 47 minutes gone, 3 minutes time added on. So we're almost the full 3 minutes added on. Sorry, not much to report so far in the game, guys. It's just been a bit scrappy in midfield from time to time. Both teams showing ambition to get forward and create chances. But like I say, they're both at stages, like they say, the first 20 minutes, United had the upper hand. They scored the two goals and took the lead, and rightly so because they have looked the slightly stronger of the two teams. But like I say, Nottingham Forest have not let them add it all their own way. They've tried to create their own pressure moving forward. They've tried to get the ball forward and create opportunities. But like I say, both teams just cancel in this last 20 minutes of of the first half. They've just both kind of cancelled each other out a little bit because they're both looking to get forward and they're both looking to try and defend well when they're under pressure. So, like I say, that last 20 minutes, there wasn't an awful lot to tell you about. Sorry, to tell you guys about because, like I say, it was kind of end to end, but not much end product. If you get my meaning. So hopefully that brings you guys a little bit more up to spec with how the game's gone in the first half. It's currently United 2, Nottingham Forest 0. Nottingham Forest did score a goal, but it was disallowed. I'm not 100% sure what it was disallowed for because there was question marks about it being offside, question marks of whether it had been classed as a handball. But in the end, it did get disallowed by VAR. Like I say, the score stands at 2-0 to Man United. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button. It'd be very much appreciated and helpful to the project to help more fans get to know about what we're trying to do. And please do consider subscribing if you're new to the project, to the Fandom project. Stick around and see if you like what the project's about. And the only way you can do that is making the effort to get involved. So hit that subscribe button. Rich Bow Sport, you've got it spot on, Fandom. Cheers. No worries, mate. Thank you. Appreciate that. Always appreciate, like I say, you chuck in some great questions sometimes, mate, which is always appreciated. And like I say, in answer to your question earlier, I'm always happy to promote people that where I can, but I look to promote people that work with me, mate. And obviously, you're a YouTuber, so if you want to get some extra promotion, then the best thing for me to suggest to you is to come and jump on a stream with me at some point when you've got time, and that will hopefully help you get a bit more attention to your channel. But just shouting out random channels in the chat. It's not it's not something I really look to do unless it's people I actually work with that if you get my meaning. And as I say, I've spoke to you a few times, mate, and you seem like a really nice guy. Really nice. I've enjoyed a lot of the conversations we've had between each other, but also seems quite difficult to pin you down to get to actually speak to you one to one outside of YouTube, as I've tried a couple of times, but it's proved quite difficult, mate. But hopefully, at some point in the future, we will catch up and maybe see if we can get help each other out a bit more. Because I'm always looking for people that I can work with if possible. Because, like I say, what is the point in working against each other when you can help each other? And as people on social media know, if I get football pages on Instagram, Twitter, stuff like that, showing me support, I make this special effort to go and show them support because why not? We love a team sport, so why not have a team effort to build in each other's projects and help out where we can with each other? It takes is that little bit of effort, but the question is, are people prepared to put in that effort? I am, but I can't say the same about everybody else. But thank you very much, Rip or Ripo. I'm not like I say, I'm not sure. Rich Po Sports. I'll hopefully get it right with a bit more practice. But yeah, Aaron is saying I didn't expect it to be an easy game because even if Nottingham might have a worse team, they never back down. They keep going. Yeah, to be fair, Aaron, that's spot on. That's a great analogy of how Nottingham Forest have played. Obviously, you can tell that they're a less experienced team in the Premier League with the games I've seen of them this season. But they've got their own belief, their own confidence. They don't give up, and they try and make a game of it, and they try to give it best. And to be fair, they're the one team in the league that have had it the toughest, really, because they were the last team to get promoted. They get promoted through the playoffs, and as we know, teams that get promoted through the playoffs have a few less weeks to prepare for the Premier League. So that means a few less weeks to get in the transfer window and do any kind of business. So the other two clubs that get promoted get that a little bit of a head start on that. So yeah, I think you've put that absolutely spot on, Aaron. Like I say, you can't underestimate. You've got to take the opposition serious. And yes, on paper there should be no match between these two teams. But games are not played on paper, are they? As we know, games are played on the pitch. And whenever you come up against the opposition, no matter where they're ranked or rated, you have to give respect, and if you give respect, then you're going to get the results. If you take them for granted or you dismiss the threat coming from the opposition, then that's when it can cost you. As we've seen many a times in football, where some teams don't always show the respect to the opposition that it's deserved. And as I'm sure you're aware, Aaron, there's two particular teams in Scotland that fall for that trap very regularly because they don't take the opposition seriously. And they sometimes end up getting served a massive portion of humble pie in Scottish form. And I'm not going to mention the names, mate. I'm sure you know exactly which teams I'm going on about. They, so I'm not going to say, but we know that they do slip up from time to time because they don't always respect the other teams in the league. I might be quite new to Scottish football, but that's one thing I've definitely noticed in 3-4 years I've been studying that league, is that two particular teams up there do sometimes disrespect the opposition, the other opposition in the league, and it sometimes costs them. And I do actually like it when it does cost them because that's the way it should be. But yeah, and I'm sure Aaron is sitting there thinking, yes, let's hope they underestimate us when they come to Tanadic. So yeah. But thank you very much for that, Aaron. Great comment, mate. Lionel Thompson, how's it going, mate? Great to see you. Not seen you much in the streams over Christmas, but really appreciate you dropping in, mate. Great to see you. Hopefully everything is good with you. Hello, Lionel saying, hello, guys. Almost forgot to join at one point, but I've just remembered. And hello, guys. Hope you are well. Yeah, I'm good, mate. Thank you very much for dropping in. It's great to see you. If you're still there, be great to know your thoughts on today's game with Bolton and Derby. Obviously, both our clubs played each other today, so I'm sure you have some thoughts on that game. If you still let me know your thoughts, mate. I thought Derby gave a good account of themselves. I was quite impressed with Bolton keeping it tight at the back, but yeah, Derby definitely impressed me today. I didn't realise you guys was that much. I thought you guys were still struggling from some of the things you told me. But no, when you played Bolton today, there was I didn't watch all the game. I only watched part of the second half because I was out this morning. But what I did see of it, Derby did look impressive, and you look like you're getting it together quite quickly, considering the trouble that the club found themselves in last season, which is really good for Derby fans. Um, so yeah, like I say, if you're still there, Lionel, let me know your thoughts on that game. Although I'm presuming you might have just nipped in and nipped out, but not to worry. Thanks anyway, mate. Rich Bow Sports, no, oh, sorry, no, sorry, wrong comment. Aaron, I'll come to you in a minute. Rich Poe Sports, apologies, mate. Aaron is saying, I'm pretty sure he was on loan to Seville in Spain, mate. Apparently, he didn't play that well over there. It's a shame to see how his career went. He was once a wonder boy for Man United. Well, he was hyped to be the wonder boy, wasn't he? But he never actually consistently showed it enough. Um, but yeah, I knew he'd been sent out on loan to one of the clubs on the continent. I couldn't. I thought it was France, to be honest, but I obviously got confused with France and Spain. But yeah, I did know that he'd gone out on loan to one of the clubs on the European mainland. And yeah, for me, it's been a massive disappointment, and not a massive disappointment since he joined the club. I think Rich Poe Sports hit the nail on the head earlier, saying about player power. And I think when he first came to United, I think he thought he was more important than what he was, and that was wrong because he hadn't done enough on the pitch uh, to uh, to have that chip on his shoulder. And let's be honest, guys, it was a chip on his shoulder when he first came to the club. He thought he was already a ready-made player, and he was just going to come and it was going to be easy. And he found out that it wasn't. And when he did, he didn't react in the right way. And that is why we see that he's now his form and his rating, if you like, has deteriorated, and he's got no one but himself to blame for that. But yeah, I didn't know how he'd been getting. I just knew he'd been sent out on loan, mate. I knew that. But like I said, he's come back now, new manager there from when he left. So let's see how good Ten Hag is, and see if he can get the best out of Martial, where other managers have failed to do so. I suppose we'll see what Ten Hag is made of, and see if he can start to get the best out of a player that a lot of other managers have failed to do that with. So only time will tell, mate. Let's see what happens. Uh, Rich Poe Sports is saying that no offense was intended. Fanden, you're a top man with top show. I just tried joining you via the link. It wasn't sure it was okay. All right. Well, no worries. Sorry about that. But like I said, I'm not actually. I'm using this new stream site called Melon. I've been using it, testing it for the last few weeks or last month or two. So apologies if it's not letting you join. But I've not actually had anybody join me on this through this app. Um, if you get what I mean, through this. Oh, what do you call it now? I forget the name of it now. What's it called? This now. Streaming site, whatever it's called. Sorry, you know what I mean. But yeah, I've not had anybody actually join me on this platform. So that might be a problem. I was actually wanting to get somebody on to see if it worked. So if it's not letting you join, mate, um, my sincere apologies. I did add the link today, hoping that somebody might join to see if it worked, but it appears it's not working. So, like, what I'll do is I'll try and if you let me know your availability, mate, I'll try and set it up on Streamyard, and because obviously I know that definitely works to allow people to join. So if you let me know what availability you've got, mate, then I'll set up one of the next live streams with StreamYard, and then you can definitely come and join me on the channel, and we can have a good chat. Hopefully, cover some interesting talking points. And as I say, I will happily give you some mentions and shout out what you're doing, and hopefully, some of the fandom community might drop onto your channel to show you some support, mate. But like I say, apologies if it's not working. I did click the link, and I don't know why it's not working, which is a bit frustrating, to be honest. Because like I said, this is the whole point of testing this stream site to see what faults it's got, how easy it is to use, and whether it's possible to use it later, in the future as we continue to grow the project. So my bad, Rich Poe Sports. Apologies, mate, if the link isn't working. I'm pretty gutted about that, to be honest. But obviously now I'm streaming. There's not much I can do about it right now. Did the link actually work, mate? That's the question. Did it actually try to add you, or is it? I don't understand. You said via the link, wasn't sure it was okay. What was it coming up with a virus threat or something, or the link unsecure or something? I'm not sure. Like I say, I'm new to using this, and I've used it for what? I think I've used it on and off now for about 6-7 weeks, something like that, and I've had no problems with my computers, so it works okay. So I'm not sure if it's just giving you a warning that it might not be like the most secure link, because sometimes stuff does do that, doesn't it? But like I say, mate, my apologies. I haven't actually had anybody join me on this platform yet. So if it's not allowing you, then like I say, if you let me know your availability, I'll definitely set up a stream with StreamYard so that you can definitely come on and have a good discussion with me. Because like I said, I think we'd have a really good conversation, to be honest, mate. Aaron Hart is saying, in my opinion, shouldn't have been disallowed. Disallowed that. Shouldn't have been disallowed. That very unlucky for Forest. Well, nice one, Aaron. Always respect that coming from a United fan. Always great to see that. Obviously, I know as a United fan, you do want your team to win. Of course, you do. But I love that, because that just shows that you are a true football fan, and you want to win. You want your team to win, but you want to win fairly. And I've got massive respect for fans like yourself that look at both sides of the coin. Yes, like I say, of course, as a United fan, you want your team to win, but you want to win. It's as the saying goes, isn't it, guys? Do you want to win games by beating the team at their weakest or at their strongest? If you're a lion in the jungle, would you like to? If you had to fight off a lion, would you like to fight off a lion that's injured and dying, or would you like to fight off the strongest lion and go back to your village or your clan and be proud that you fought off the strongest lion, not the weakest? So it's that kind of thinking. And like I say, fans that think like that, to me, are true football fans. Because yes, as I say, you always want your team to win, but you want to win beating the team that you're playing against at their strongest, not by any cheating or any advantage or any weakness. And I have massive respect for that. So well said, Aaron. Appreciate that, mate. That's a great comment. And like I say, I'm not sure exactly why it was disallowed, to be fair, mate. But it was, and there you go. So the guys, just to let you know, the game is back underway. We're about a minute into the game. United looking to hit Nottingham Forest on the counter-attack now with the ball out on the far side. Cross comes in, and it's straight into the side netting. So it will be a goal kick for Nottingham Forest. Aaron Hart saying, if there's any streams, I won't be able to be in them, mate. Going to a Dundee United game. It's an game. It's an important game. If United win, we will be off bottom of the league. Right, no worries. Yeah, no worries, mate. I presume you're talking about tomorrow. I'm presuming that's what you're meaning. because obviously I know Dundee got a big game tomorrow in the league, so I'm presuming that's what you're referring to, mate. But yeah, no worries, Aaron. I totally understand if you're traveling to a game that obviously is going to take up the majority of the day. So yeah, no worries, mate. Appreciate you letting me know. But like I said to Dylan earlier, I never expect you guys to drop in on every stream. I know you've got other things going on. You've got your own personal stuff going on in your lives, as well as other interests that you might have. But the support that you guys give when you can give it is always, always appreciated. And I'm very grateful for it, because I know that some fans like yourself, Aaron, and Joey and Dylan make a regular effort to come and help try and build the project, and it is really, really appreciated. So thank you very much for that, mate. And like I say, if you do if you're going to the game tomorrow, I'll have everything crossed for you to get a positive result. So yeah, United now in possession, deep inside their own half, but under pressure from Nottingham Forest to defending from the front. And now it's gone out for a throw in on this near side. So yeah, thanks for that, Aaron. Appreciate that, mate. Benson Mackay. Hi guys, how's it going, mate? Welcome to the show, Benson. Great to see you in the chat, mate. Always a pleasure. Thank you for coming, getting involved. Appreciate that. Right, cross coming in now for Nottingham Forest. Oh, and it's close, but it's hit off the side netting as it was coming in from an angle. So yeah, Nottingham Forest unable to make the best of that. United now in possession as they move the ball up to the halfway line. 49 minutes gone. Still Man United 2, Nottingham Forest 0. Ball switched across field. Long ball forward, sorry. I thought that looked like a crossfield pass, but it landed a bit more centrally. Now it's gone out on the far side for a corner to Manchester United, just on the edge of the Forest box. United take the throw in, and ball makes its way towards the United back line, and they now pass it about on the halfway line. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button and drop your comments in the chat. Be great to hear from you guys. You're always all fans are welcome to get involved on Fanden. This is not a club channel. This is a fan channel where we are looking to build a unique project for you guys to feel that you have a YouTube project on a project that actually represents fans. But we can only do that with your support. So please do consider hitting that like button and subscribing if you're new. You like I say, at least give us a chance to see if you like what the project's about and future ambitions we've got. Benson Mockay, thank you very much for dropping in, mate. Always a pleasure to see some new faces. We've got another corner here on this near side, guys, for Nottingham Forest. So I'll come back to the comments in a minute. Nottingham Forest to take the corner. Corner comes in on the near post, headed clear by United. And now United pick the ball up on this near side, looking to get forward down this wing. But now they switch the play out to the far side. And that's given Nottingham Forest time to get men back. Rashford coming through the middle of the park, but almost fouled whilst in possession. United now picking up possession on the halfway line, and we've got a stoppage for a foul or an injury. Excuse me, sorry guys, a stoppage for a foul or an injury or knock to Jesse Lingard for Nottingham Forest. So we'll just read another comment out while we wait for him to get back to his feet. Aaron is saying you're absolutely right, mate. Celtic and Rangers always underestimate Scottish teams. Usually they win, but there's always an odd occasion where they think it's an easy win and they lose. Yeah, because it's lack of respect, mate. Lack of respect. They just presume that they're just going to walk every game in the Scottish Premiership because the other teams haven't got the resources and the top and the players that they've got available to them, and they take it for granted and they get caught out. We see it every season that both of them at some stage in the season get caught out, and a lot of the time it's through their own arrogance. It's through their own arrogance that they just think that they're just going to walk out on that pitch and just get the win. And I love seeing it. I do love seeing it. I've got to be honest. I've nothing against them. But when big clubs disrespect and don't show enough respect to lower league teams, I'd absolutely nothing I love better in football than seeing an underdog team come in and giving a large piece of humble pie to a team that doesn't show them the respect that they deserve. So yeah, absolutely, well said, Aaron. And like I said, I was going to actually avoid the team names just to not be controversial, but obviously not difficult for you guys to work out who I was talking about, was it? Let's be honest. Um, Come on, update. So United now out with possession on this on the halfway line and looking to move the ball forward out onto this near side, but now intercepted by Nottingham Forest on this near side, and they're looking to get forward. And they lose it to Man United as they try to move forward. Yep, Jesse Lingard's coming off. Obviously, I think he's pulled. I'm not sure if he's pulled a groin or hopefully it's nothing too serious. But yeah, I think it's a leg injury of some description. Let's hope it's nothing serious, not a hamstring or nothing like that. Doesn't matter which side of the fence you're on, guys, whether you're a United fan or Nottingham Forest fan. We never want players to get serious injury because it's we want to see the best of the best. You want to see the teams competing at the best, and they need as many of their players fit to compete at their best. And as football fans, we should always want to see that. We should always want to see the most competitive games. Um, Fair enough, you might wish for a little bit of an injury look if it's a cup final or something like that. But generally, in my opinion, anyway, you always want to see all 11 players going onto the pitch and all 11 players coming off the pitch fit. But that's just my opinion, even if it's a team that plays against my team. So yeah, did I read that? Yeah, I did. Stephen Allen is saying, "Hi Benson. Thanks, Stevie. Appreciate that, mate. Great, like I say, to see a new face in the chat, and thank you very much, Stevie, for making them feel welcome." Benson Mokai is saying, "I have some topic I want. Uh, I have some topic I want. We discuss it down." Right. Well, no worries, mate. Like I say, let us know what it is you want to talk about. Drop your comments in the chat, or you can even click the link if you prefer and see if you can join. United with a shot on goal now, saved by the keeper, and they're still in possession. Another shot comes in, and it's wild and high and wide over the bar. So yeah, hopefully you've let us know what you want to talk about below, Benson. Hopefully I'll get to that comment shortly. Kieran Williamson, Ten Hag is a top manager. Fair enough, mate. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm personally, I haven't made a decision about him yet. I think he needs a bit more time to show us what he can do. But we'll see. We'll see. I've not, like I say, for me, I'm staying reserved with my opinion at the minute about him. I think he needs a bit more time. Let's see what he can achieve with United while he's there. But yeah, I respect your opinion. Might not have the same opinion, mate, but definitely respect your opinion. And thank you very much for coming on and letting us know your thoughts on the United manager. Appreciated, mate. Great to see you come and getting involved. Thank you, Kieran Williamson, Stephen Allen. Drop your comments, Benson, and guys, we'll get to read it out. Just please keep comments respectful. Top man, cheese, Stevie. Thank you very much for that, mate. Like I say, sometimes I do get a bit behind with the comments, guys, because I'm trying to concentrate on what's going on in the game to keep you guys informed. Because as I said before on streams, guys, not everybody can watch the game. Some people relying on the commentary to know what's going on in the game. Because just simply because there's so many different companies now doing the football, isn't there? So it's hard to keep track of all the games and watch everything. Um, So we have United in possession midway inside their own half, and we're just seeing possession stats. First half, United 30%. Second half, 52%. That's that doesn't sound right, does it? But that's what it's just come up with, guys. So I'm not sure if that's accurate, but that first half sounded a bit unusual, didn't it? But not to worry. That's not my stats, guys. That's the stats that's come up on the channel we're watching it on. Um, but yeah, United now moving forward on this far side of the pitch, and it's gone out for 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 a throw into Nottingham Forest. Benson Mackay, between Foden, Saka, and Bellier, who is the best? Ooh, I don't know, mate. I don't know. Is that not a question for you guys that you guys would prefer to answer? Um, I think they've all. I think it's one of them, isn't it, mate? They've all got their own. They all bring something to the table, don't they? They're all top players. They've all shown they're top quality players, and they've got special. Sorry, just break off for a minute. United on the attack now inside the Nottingham Forest box and deflected away. But United now again pick up the pieces with Marcus Rashford, and he passes it back to De Gea, the goalkeeper at the back, and now De Gea switches the play to the opposite side, and now United looking to attack down the far side with Anthony as they bring the ball inside to midfield, and very much a backs to the wall job at the minute for Nottingham Forest. And the ball comes in with an opportunity for Martial, and he's shot straight at the keeper, and the keeper's deflected it, but United keep in possession. And now Rashford looking to create an angle to get across him, but it's gone out behind for a goal kick to Nottingham Forest. So yeah, Benson, like I say, mate, that's a good question, but I think that's something more for you to decide. I don't, me personally, it's just my personal opinion, mate. I don't look at individuals being better than the other individuals. I don't look at it like that. I just look at I want to see more great players. It's as simple as that. The more great players we have, the better the football is. So I'm not really interested as a fan who's better than this player or that player or the other. But I just want to see a lot of top players. The more top players we have, the more competitive the games are, the more enjoyable they are to watch, and the more skill we see coming from these players. So it's a great question, mate, Benson. Great question, mate. But for me, I think they all have quality. But all them three players you've just mentioned all have quality, and all bring something unique that they have individually. Like say, Foden, a special player in midfield. Saka, pacey and runs down that wing with plenty of pace and creates lots of helps the team going forward, attacking. But so does Foden. Bellingham the same. He's got his own attributes. He's been an amazing player so far since he's rose to be more noticed. So yeah, like I said, there's different attributes that all three players bring to the team. So I wouldn't say any either or is better than the other. For me, I'm never obviously if you're young. You look at it like that. If you're young, you look you debate who's the best player, this, that, and the other. That's fair enough. You're young. I respect that, and you're entitled to that. But when you get older, like me, you're not really bothered about who's the best. You're more bothered about just seeing quality. You just want to see top players showing what they've got, and that for me is enough. I just love seeing top players playing at their best. So yeah, so sorry if it's not the answer you was looking for from me, mate. But hopefully one or two of the chat fans in the chat might actually answer the question more specifically for with what answer you're looking for. But for me personally, and it's not Fanden's opinion, it's not your opinion, it's just my own personal opinion. Me personally, I'm not bothered about who's the best. I'm more bothered about how many of the best players we can get involved in the UK football at all levels. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Benson, of a fashion. And like I say, some of the other guys in the chat might give you a more uh, uh, a more direct answer than what I've give you. So apologies if it's not what you wanted to hear, but like I say, that's just my personal opinion, mate. So we've got a double substitution coming from United at the moment. Stephen Allen is saying that's a good question. Absolutely, it was a great question. Just probably as you get to know me, guys, some questions like that, I don't, not you might ask other guys in the chat, but I don't look at who's the best. I don't look, even clubs. I don't look when United, Arsenal wound me up the other night. I was watching the Arsenal game the other night, and they bugged me singing that they're the greatest club that the world has ever seen. Well, I'm sorry, but you haven't even won a Champions League yet. So how can you sit there so arrogantly as the Arsenal fans singing that you're the greatest club in the world has ever seen? You've not won a European trophy, have they? So how can they sing that? So for me, when fans sing stuff like that and claim to be the best, the greatest, I find it tedious. I do, because there's too many great clubs in the world and there's too many great players for there to be one. That's the reality. There's just too many. There's been too many great players in the past. There's too many great players dead today in the present day. There's great clubs right across the world that could all argue for different reasons that they're a great club. So how can you pick out one to be the best when there's so many? So that's the way I look at it. I'd rather spend my time talking about the more in-depth details of football rather than um, debating one of the oldest questions that will be going on for the generation before us, my generation, your generation, everybody's generation debates that same question: who is the best? And there is always a different answer. So for me, I rather debate football generally rather than debate who is the best or what club is the best. I'd rather leave that more for you guys to debate if you wish to. If you do, if you like talking about that sort of thing and debating who's the best, I respect your right as a football fan to do that and respect your opinion. But for me, no, there is no the best. There is no player that is the best, and there is no club that is the best. There is a lot of clubs that are great, and there's a lot of players that are great. But I wouldn't say any one player or one club is the best. But that's just my opinion. You guys are well within your rights to think differently, and I might not agree with you. I will respect your opinion, but I might not necessarily agree with what your thoughts are. And that's just the beauty of football. That's why we love the game, guys. We love it because it's full of a variety of opinions. So United on the ball now, long ball across the field, switching the play from this near side to the far side, and United looking to get the ball forward by switching the play, and now they pass it back to their defence, and now looking to bring the ball with some 1-2s over to this near side again. So United definitely looking to try and stretch Nottingham Forest from one side of the pitch to the other. Sorry, just got to put a bit of liquid in my mouth to all this talking does give you a dry mouth after a while. So long ball forward for United, but Nottingham Forest managed to block off that pass, pick up the pieces, and now they're in possession deep in their own half, and they've switched to play with a long ball forward from De Gea. Sorry, from the goalkeeper. I'm sorry, my apologies. From the goalkeeper, Nottingham Forest goalkeeper. And United now regain possession deep inside their own half with a little bit of sloppy passing from Nottingham Forest. And United looking to capitalise on it. It's just a little bit end to end at the minute, guys, but not much end product to show for it. Now we've got a sorry, guys. So just we had a cross come in for United and resulted in a good shot on goal, but the goalkeeper managed to get a foot on it to block the shot, and it's gone out for a corner. So United to take this corner on this near side. Ericsson to take it for United. Corner comes in. It's towards the near post, and it's blocked, and it looks like it's gone out for another corner. Although it did actually look like it deflected off a United player there. Aaron is saying, "Yeah, mate. I just like to be honest. No matter who I support. Uh, Shocking decision to um, disallow that goal. It looked for me a perfect fine goal, perfectly fine goal. Nice one, Aaron. Well said, mate. Like I said, I'm very much aware. I just like to point it out, mate, because like I say, fans like yourself that respect, like I say, I know you're a massive football fan, and obviously you're always gonna. We're all of us as fans. We're gonna want our respective teams to win and get results, but. Like I say, there's a lot of fans. There is a percentage of fans out there that are prepared to accept cheating and dirty play and things that we don't need to see in the game to win. And I don't want my team to win like that. I want to see my team win and say that we won the best by being the best and beating other teams when they was at their best. That's the best way to win. Why would you not want to win like that? Why would you want to win with cheating or foul, stoppages or getting a bit of luck off the referee or the wrong decision? Why would you want to win like that? Yes, sometimes it goes that way in football. We know that. Not much you can do about the referee. We have none of us have any control over referees. Um, but I'm just saying, for me, I like to point it out. And like I say, for me, Aaron, you're one of them awesome fans that just, show respect to other teams. And like I say, you want your team to win, but you want it to be done as a real fan where you can, because for you as a fan, it's better if you win at the teams at the strongest. Because if you beat Man City when they're at the best, you can go around Manchester shouting your mouth off and say, well, we beat you when you were at your best. How would you not want to do that as a football fan? You know what I mean? So, so yeah, but like I said, that's just my opinion in it. It's great, Obviously, maybe I'm a bit old fashioned. That's fine if that's the case. United had a disallowed shout for handball. It's waved away by the referee. But United now back in possession, deep inside their own half, and looking to move forward. They've slowed the pace of the game down a bit here, and I think it's due to the fact that they're having so much possession. And as the game wears on, it just looks like Nottingham Forest have run out of ideas a little bit. They're still trying. They're still trying to nick the ball back on the chance, but they're getting forward a lot less than they were in that first half. So United still in possession inside their own half, just switching the play from left to right, probing the Nottingham Forest defence. So yeah, just go to comments while we see how that develops. But yeah, thank you very much for that, Aaron. And like I say, mate, I'd just like to give you guys credit when you show what top fans you are. And for me, you are definitely one of the better fans I've come across in my football experiences in life. Because, like I say, some fans are perfectly happy to accept, cheating and all sorts of stuff. But like I say, I suppose how much you love the game in it. It all depends, doesn't it? Do you love the game or do you love your club? Because some fans, with all respect, they're entitled to support, just be in love with their club if that's what they want. But you do have to ask the question sometimes. There's some fans more in love with their club than they are with the game. For me, I've come across quite a few fans like that where they're just more in love with the club or the name of their club rather than the actual game itself. Rich Poe Sports, Rich Poe Sports saying, I got to the studio and it said I was going live. Does that mean that I will join you? I can try again. Yeah, you can try again, mate. See if it works. I'll see if it comes up in the thing. I'm not sure. I might have to. Let's see if let me see if I get rid of that. Let's see. Right, I've got rid of that. See if that helps. Like I say, I've not used this yet for streaming, so I've got rid of the StreamYard stream. What's it called? Sofa score. Sorry, I've got rid of the sofa score. So see if that gives the option because I'm not sure whether this has limits where it might only let me show have one person or one thing that I'm sharing at a time. I'm not sure, but yeah, feel free. If you're still there, mate, feel free to try it again, and let's see if we can get you on for the final 15 minutes of the game and have a bit of a chat, mate. That would be awesome. But like I said, I've clicked that link off to see if it helps you connect. Where was he up to with the chat now? But yeah, just like I said, I've clicked that link off now, mate. So let me know how you get on and if that made it any easier. I'm not seeing anything come up here. Just check the other things. Yeah, nothing coming up. What's that? I don't want to click too many things while I'm live streaming. And like I say, still quite new to this streaming uh, profile. So United on the attack now on just coming at attacking Nottingham Forest box from that far side, but Nottingham Forest managed to deflect the shot, and now Forest on the attack with the ball in midfield on the halfway. And what is he doing? Oh, you've got to give him a foul. Come on, the United Ericsson just that was shocking. Ericsson just literally. Mauling the Nottingham Forest player in midfield to stop him getting forward. That's really poor from a player of Ericsson's uh, standard that he feels he needs to do that. Fair enough, if he was the last man, then we'd probably ignore that. But he wasn't the last man. He was miles away from goal, guys. And Ericsson has just mauled him and brought him down, and it results in a Nottingham Forest free kick taken just in front of the halfway line, just inside the United half. Free kick taken and into the melee of bodies, and United knock it away. And now United on the counter attack, and they're on the attack down this near side now. Ball comes into the box, and it's deflected away from a Nottingham Forest defender. So yeah, like I said, I'm not sure how you're getting on with that, Rich Post Sport. Apologies if it's not working, mate. Like I say, I've not used this platform to have anybody join, so I think I'm probably going to have to switch to StreamYard if I want anybody on. But obviously, StreamYard comes with its own issues, which is why I don't use it as much. Try to save it for streams where I think somebody might join. Because I know that that's more reliable. So sorry, Rich Pole Sports. Apologies, mate, if you're unable to join. Like I say, I don't know if you're on social media. I've mentioned it to a couple of times. If you drop me a follow on social media, I'll happily follow you back, and then maybe we can have a proper chat and make some arrangements to maybe work together if we can, mate. If you're up for that, but like I say, I'm regularly active on social media, but I can only have that conversation with you if you let me know whether you're actually on social media, so we can have a private chat and see if we can do some stuff together to help each other. Aaron is saying, yeah, saying we just sorry, I'll come back to your comment in a minute, mate. Just having a substitution for United. 76 minutes gone, guys, and it's Varane and Ericsson coming off. And I think that's good for Ericsson because he must be getting tired to make that kind of poor challenge. And it's Maguire and Fred coming on. So maybe that's just an indication that Ericsson was getting a bit tired in that game there towards the 70-minute mark because his last challenge on the Nottingham Forest player was questionable. And we all know he's very much a great player. But I think maybe he's just obviously first game back in it, guys, after the World Cup. So maybe he's just struggling a little bit in the later stages of the game for match sharpness. And that was a bit of evidence of it. So, like I say, it's understandable. Players are not used to the winter break in this country that we've had because of the World Cup. So, like I say, maybe that is just a little bit of a symptom of it for Ericsson. It was shocking to see that how he did it, but like I say, let's cut him a bit of slack and just put it down to the fact that he's maybe just not quite match sharp because of the World Cup break. So we got a corner here on this near side for Nottingham Forest, guys. 77 minutes gone. Corner comes in, and it's right into the front man of the players at the wall and headed away by United. But Nottingham Forest managing to keep possession and cross it, but it's blocked off by United. And now United looking to hit Forest on the counter attack, but they've lost the ball and on the far side. And Nottingham Forest pick it up, but only for a second as United nick it back. And then Nottingham Forest have nicked it back as well. And now they bring the ball out into the middle of the park and they switch the play out to this near side. And now we're just seeing that Nottingham Forest having some possession in their back line as they look to build and push to get forward. And we now got a stoppage for a foul about, I don't know, about 30 yards away from the United goal. So free kick to come for Nottingham Forest. Just a little bit of a... Luke Shaw just gone in for the challenge on the Nottingham Forest player, and he's just stood on the edge of his boot. And obviously that's a result. But I would say about 30 yards out from the United goal. So free kick to Nottingham Forest. And we've got two players standing over the ball. I'm just trying to work out. I think it's slightly to the... Right, Nottingham Forest have took it as a cross, not as a shot. They've crossed it into the box. And a lot of bodies have got on the end of it. But it ends up coming to nothing, and it's gone out for a goal kick to United. So that's excellent opportunity to just come back to the chat. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button. We are quite a new channel, so any support you can give will help us as we continue to try and improve and get more fans to find out about us. So please do consider hitting that like button and subscribing if you're new. United now in possession. Moving the ball up the field, up to the halfway line. Ball from the outside coming back in, now switched out to this near side. And then United looking to come back inside, but their pass inside has now been intercepted by Nottingham Forest. Oh, what happened there? Nottingham Forest looking to get on the move with a long ball out to this near side. And you had to see that one, guys. It's come out and it's gone. Well, actually, the replay looked like it had smashed the United player right in the face in the full time, in the full speed of the camera. But I think it actually just ricocheted off his shoulder. But it did look like the way the ball come out. It just looked like it knocked him clean out because it just looked like it whacked him straight in the face. And that's why you see me react like that. So, yeah, but United now on the attack with a cross into the box from this near side. Deflected it away, and now Nottingham Forest on this near side in picking up possession. But well defended by United. But it's another throw-in now for Nottingham Forest. Just close, 5 yards from the corner flag. And they take the throw in, and it's pinged back up the field. And United pick up the pieces and look to build again from the back as they switch the ball out to this near side. 1-2 between a couple of United players. Nottingham Forest definitely getting bodies in the way, trying to keep the spaces closed to make life difficult for United. And United lose possession right on the edge of the Nottingham Forest box. As they try to regain the possession from Forest, they've actually given away a free kick. Free kick taken quickly, and it's now down this near side for Nottingham Forest as they look to get a cross into the box, and it's deflected out for a corner on this near side for Forest. So, yeah, obviously Forest looking to do everything they can to get something out of this game. Aaron is saying, yeah, mate, I think Celtic and Rangers think think they will walk through and be unbeaten all season and walk the league, but they do lose an odd game against Dundee United or teams like that. Absolutely, mate. Yeah, because it's arrogance. And the corner comes in for Nottingham Forest. Sorry, guys, lost my thought then. Corner comes in and it's deflected away. It was into a melee of bodies, but nobody managing to get the ball down, and it's cleared, but only as cleared as midway inside the United half, as both teams tried to scrap for the possession. And now it's gone out on this near side for a throw-in. And we're just having a minute where the referee is having a word with one or two players. So we have a throw-in on this near side, level with the goal box, throw-in for United. And now United looking to get the ball up the field, but their pass up the field is intercepted by a Nottingham Forest player. We've got a United player down on the floor on this near side, and no stoppage to check on him. But not United looking to get forward with the ball, and it's Malcolm, I think it is, that's down on the floor. I think Malkai on the deck at the minute. I think he's just took a knock to the shin. Yeah, he's caught the top of the boot. He's gone to kick the ball, and as he kicked it, the Nottingham Forest players tried to block the ball, and it's just resulted in him kicking the top of his boot. And obviously, as you can imagine, guys, I'm sure you played football before. That one could be quite painful. So yeah, Forest in possession with a long ball down the field, and the ball's down the field, but now they lose possession, and United pick it up and pass it back to the keeper and look to start building themselves. But the ball's just pinging about at the minute, deep inside the United half. Nottingham Forest trying to make life difficult, and they're fighting right to the end. Forest, you've got to give them credit for that. They're not giving up. The game's probably lost from their point of view now, but they're still trying to add pressure to United to see if they can get a goal back in this game. So you have to give them credit for that. Now Nottingham Forest with a throw-in, and it's gone out again. Oh no, sorry, I think it's been given for an offside. So apologies, guys. It's given for an offside, and United now looking to make another substitution. So yeah, Aaron, yeah, like you say, you're spot on there, mate. We see it with a lot of teams. We even see it in the Premier League, don't we? We see it in the Championship, that sometimes teams just don't give the respect to the opposition, and it costs them. And like I say, I just thought the Scottish League was a perfect example to make of that, mate. No offense to the Scottish League, some great clubs up there, definitely some very passionate football fans. But yeah, as we know, there is two particular clubs up there that regularly slip up because they think they are bigger and better than the rest and don't always show it. And when they don't always show it, and they don't always show the respect to the opposition, as we've seen, if you watch Scottish football, you will know what I'm talking about. They do slip up from time to time, and it's through their own stupidity of not giving that respect to the opposition that all teams should give. So United now in possession inside the Nottingham Forest box, but they've lost it. And then they've regained the possession, and a cross comes in, but it's headed away from Nottingham Forest as they look to pick up possession. And now Forest have lost it, and now United looking to hit them again. And a shot comes in, and it's straight into the back of the net for United. Great effort, to be fair. They look to keep turning the screw, and it's a little bit harsh on Nottingham Forest, because they never gave up. They were still pushing to try and get something out of the game, even if it was only a goal or a consolation goal. But disappointing from Nottingham Forest point of view. But a big goal for United, as it now means that they are comfortably in the lead, 3-0, and literally minutes left on the clock. 87 minutes gone, so they've only got 3 minutes to see out this game plus stoppage time. I'm sure there's plenty of United fans out there hoping and praying for a clean sheet. But yeah, thanks for that, Aaron, mate. Apologies. Just the game is so active, so apologise if I'm not getting through the comments as quick as you guys are adding them. Like I say, just the game has been quite active, so yeah, but that was it was Fred that scored it. I think if I'm right, I think it was Fred that scored that for United. So yeah, great goal for the United. A good team goal as well. Aaron is saying make sure to like the video to help the channel out. Hopefully, Gaz can get more people to recognise the channel. And if you're new, subscribe, guys. Absolutely top man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Aaron. Top man. Appreciate that, mate. Really, really do appreciate the support with that because, like I said, it's great when sometimes you guys say it in the chat. Just says me saying it one last time because it does annoying, guys. I love to do the match commentaries and talk to you guys, but the one annoying point about building a YouTube channel sometimes can get a bit tedious. Keep having to repeat the same thing over and over about likes and subs and stuff. I hate doing it, to be honest, but unfortunately, if we want the channel to be a success, and obviously if we want to try and get a little bit of reward for the effort that I put in, then I have to keep mentioning it. And believe me, guys, in the 3.5 years I've been doing Fanden now, I've put a lot of time and effort into it, and still work to do. So yeah, massively appreciate that, Aaron. Thank you, mate. Just even if you only mention it once in a stream, it just one less time that I've got to mention it. So top man, thanks for that, mate. Really, really appreciated. Aaron saying, I think Ten Hag could be a fantastic manager. He's probably the best manager we've had for years, apart from Mourinho, only because he won trophies. I think Ten Hag style will suit Man United in the future. Well, yeah, like I say, mate. Hopefully, let's hope he does do well because we don't really want to see, we don't want to see the conveyor belt of managers we've seen in the last couple of years from a club like Man United that is held in such high regard throughout the football world. So we don't want to see a club like that because it's not setting a good example to the lower league clubs either, is it? It's encouraging them to do it as well. So yeah, let's hope he does do well. But I was very disappointed with the oh, I've forgotten his name. Do you know what? See, I've told you guys, I'm crap with names. I really am crap with names. What's he called now? I've forgotten. He's completely gone out of my head now. David Moyes. David Moyes. I think that David Moyes was given a really tough, a rough ride and a really tough ask to come in after Fergie had come in. I think he was used a little bit as the fall guy, and we can see that because look at the success he's had at Everton. Yes, all right, he never won no trophies, but he got them. He got a team playing well and competing well, and picking up points and giving themselves a respectable position within the league. And look at them since he's left; they've struggled like crazy. And now look at what he's doing at West Ham. So this might not be a manager that will necessarily guarantee you winning trophies, but one thing we can say about him is he is a manager that will definitely get a team competing. And I think he got a bit of an unlucky deal with the opportunity he got at United. And maybe it was too much for him. But let's be honest, he was set up for it. He was set up for it. Surely as much as Alex Ferguson is a great manager, we all love him. We all love what he's give to the game. Alex Ferguson been one of the greatest managers in the game. But I think he did set up David Moyes a little bit with that because it was always going to be a tough ask for any manager to follow after him. And considering they're supposed to be friends, I wouldn't. I know if I was David Moyes, I wouldn't be considering him as much of a friend after that. To be fair, but there you go. That's just my opinion. But yeah, like I say, it is a tough job. So we'll have to see, mate, what Ten Hag can do. Because let's be honest, he's only had a few months in the job up to now, so he's still got a lot of work to do to basically get the United fans fully behind him. Because it will take a while. The United fans are very knowledgeable football fans, and they will want to see some results, performances turned into results. that lead to trophies because it's a club that demands that kind of success. And rightly so, to be fair, with the massive. Forget the size of the stadium and all that. The fact of the matter is, United have a massive worldwide following. So a club like that should be looking to at least be competing at the top for trophies at the bare minimum. So any manager that comes in is going to have to deal with that. So we'll have to see how time progresses for Ten Hag. And now, guys, Nottingham Forest on the attack with a cross into the United box, but it's blocked by United, and now United looking to get up the other end of the field. We've had 5 minutes time added on, and now the referee's just stopped the play, and I'm not sure what for. Oh, it's for a knock to one of the Nottingham Forest players. He's holding his hamstring. I hope that's not a hamstring injury. That'd be a bit harsh on Nottingham Forest losing the game and having a player out get injured with a serious injury. Because hamstrings, I think, is about 2 month recovery time or something like that, and that's if you can recover quickly. So let's hope that's not a serious. Obviously, United fans be glad for the win, but I'm sure most United fans wouldn't wish any serious injury on the Nottingham Forest players. With the fact that they were going to be fighting for every point from now to the end of the season to try and stay in the league. So yeah, United now in possession, midway inside their own half, as they move the ball up to the halfway line, and ball switched out to the far side. And now United looking to attack down that far wing under pressure from Nottingham Forest. And the Forest players closing the spaces quite well, as they've tried to do most of the game. And now the ball switched to this near side crossfield ball. And the United player on the ball looks to come inside. Chipped over towards Fred inside the box. And now and Fred plays it on as another United player runs onto it. I think it was Bruno tried to run onto it. Fernandez, tried to run onto it, but just didn't. It didn't manage to get a chip on it because he was under pressure from a Nottingham Forest defender, and it's gone out for a corner. Corner on this near side. Corner comes in, deflected away by Nottingham Forest as they look to move the ball up the field. And now we've got another stoppage for a foul. And there goes the full-time whistle, guys. So it's finished. Man United 3, Nottingham Forest 0. Obviously, a good win for United. Nottingham Forest might feel a little bit hard done by with conceding 3 goals. They definitely didn't do enough to get anything out of this game. They tried. They huffed and they puffed. They tried to do what they could with the resources that they have available to them. But let's be honest, from a Nottingham Forest point of view, this was a bonus game to see if they could get anything from it. They would have probably written the game off before the game even started to a certain extent. But they still came. They still gave a fight. They still tried their best to give a good account of themselves. And let's be honest, their first season back in the Premier League and getting promoted through the playoffs, going to Old Trafford and losing 3-0 is not an embarrassing result for a team that's just come up through the playoffs. So I think Nottingham Forest can hold their heads high that they've kept the score to the minimum that they possibly could. We've seen many teams go to Old Trafford and lose a lot more, concede a lot more than that. So yeah, a great attendance as well by the looks of it from the Nottingham Forest fans. That's always great to see, but not today for them. Not today. But if they manage to keep themselves in the league, you never know. In the future, they may earn themselves the opportunity to get a memorable result at Old Trafford one day. And I point that out, guys, only because, like you say, when United are one of the biggest clubs in the world, you've got to accept that as United fans that clubs that don't have the same kind of success as much as United have had are always going to look to come to United and create some memories because it is a very special place to play football at Old Trafford. So, guys, thank you very much for that. I'll try and race through some of the comments. If you're just joining us, please do drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you. And hit that like button. It costs you nothing. and we are a new channel, so any support you guys can give is very much appreciated. So please do hit that like button. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Aaron is saying, I think Ten Hag could. Sorry, I read that one, didn't I? Stevie Allen is saying, thanks, Aaron. Absolutely. Nice one, Stevie. And cheers for that, Aaron. Really do appreciate you trying to help in the chat there, mate. Much, massively appreciated. Aaron is saying, I honestly think Bellingham right now is the best of the three. He's a fantastic midfielder. He played good for England in the World Cup. Hoping Man United can get him, but we're always awful with transfers. Well, no, I don't think it's the club that's awful with transfers, mate. I think it's the Glazers that are awful with transfers. They don't know, they haven't got enough experience to know how to deal with a transfer. Do you know, right? I'm going to tell you something. You guys might already know this if you're United fans. United used to have one of the best scouting academies in world football. They had scouts all over the world. And I spoke to an academy representative a while back, and I asked him why the Man United scouts were no longer doing what they used to do. And he told me that it was because since the Glazers had took over the club, they had scaled back the academy. And so in other words, they'd sacked loads of their scouts that were around the world. They got rid of them to reduce the cost. So if United aren't producing them top young players anymore, there's your reason why. That has come from a scout from United that told me that. I bumped into a scout in Manchester and he told me that because I said to him, why are you not sending scouts out to the local schools to check out these youngsters playing football and see if there's any local lads that are showing talent? And his answer was because the scouting system had been scaled right back by the Glazers since they took over. They had sacked and got rid of loads of scouts, and that had scaled the United Academy system back. So if you guys are unhappy why you're not seeing young players coming through the scouting academy at United, that is why. Because the Glazers have killed the academy by minimising it. So all that work that Alex Ferguson had put in all over them years that he was in charge, setting up that scouting network around the world to spot top players like Ronaldo, yeah, all that hard work he put in over however many years he was at United was just wiped away in a blink of an eye by the Glazers coming in because they didn't want to pay out for all them scouts. So if you wonder why you're not producing the talent like you used to do, there's why. And if you don't believe me, guys, go and look up the research. Go and research it because I am sure a scout would not tell me something like that if he didn't have good reason for it. Maybe he told me out of sheer frustration at the fact that he's being hamstringed or hamstrung, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But I'm not lying to you guys. I was told that by United. The reason I know it was a United scout was because he was in a vehicle with Man United written all over it, and he was wearing all the training kit. And I stopped at the lights and I spoke to him and I asked him, why are you scouts not going out to to schools to see the youngsters? Because I remember when I was younger, they used to come out. They used to come out to the local primary schools and stuff like that and look at the youngsters playing football. They used to send out a scouting team. They don't do that anymore. And why? Because of the Glazers. So there you go, guys. Like I say, don't believe me? Fine, go and Google it. Go and check it. And I'm sure you'll find some evidence to back up that I'm telling you the truth. I wouldn't tell you if I didn't believe it myself. Aaron Hart is saying, what's your opinion on Gakpo going to Liverpool after being linked to Man United for months, Gaz? To be honest, Aaron, I don't take too much notice of newspaper reports before the transfer window, and the reason is because if you, as I'm sure you guys are aware, the media like to make headlines just to get extra clicks, to get extra views, and half the time it just takes a little rumor for them to report it. So it's clickbait, isn't it? It's clickbait. So for me, if the mainstream media are claiming that both United and Liverpool are trying to get the same player, they're doing it just to get to get more attention, to sell more papers, whatever it is. That's why they're doing it. So I think we'll start to get some truth now that the transfer window's coming. I think we'll actually start to get some more honest reporting, mate, and actually truly know more details about which club has seriously been looking at him, because reports in the media is just you can't trust them. You just can't trust the mainstream media with reports about especially with the build up to the transfer window. The first few months, most of it is just nonsense. It's just nonsense. It's just literally fake news just to sell papers or to get clicks or whatever it is. So for me, like I say, when we hear reports, there's too many seasons gone by where I've believed the headline and then it comes to the transfer window and there's nothing said about the headline that I'm expecting to come about, if you get my meaning. So for me, I think with now the transfer windows coming, Aaron, I think we'll get some more serious answers to that question, mate. But yeah, whichever club is genuinely serious about it, and I think, to be honest, I don't think it's just Gakpo that we're going to be looking at. I think we're seeing the intensity now, the competitiveness, and obviously with Arsenal pulling off a shocker this season, climbing up the league from nowhere because nobody expected them to make the charge up the league that they have. As well as Newcastle charging up, that I think we're going to see a very exciting and interesting transfer window, mate. One of the most ambitious transfer windows we might have ever seen. I might be wrong. I'm not saying that's definitely going to happen as fact, but my point is, you got the equivalent of 6, 7, 8 clubs all with the belief that they should be up in that top 4 or that they can get into that top 4. And when you've got that many clubs thinking like that, I'm sorry, but that sets up for one hell of an exciting transfer window because all them clubs are going to look to strengthen to bring it. And the usual clubs that we would see buying the top players, Man City, Liverpool, Man United, they're going to be under pressure now because Arsenal are up there and Newcastle are up there. So now they've got, they can argue, well, we can attract the top players because they're up there. So, we're going to see potentially one of the most exciting transfer windows that we've ever seen. We might not. It might be the summer where we see all that excitement. But you'd think 2 teams being up there that weren't expected to be up there is going to cause a bit of a competition, shall we say, in the transfer window. So yeah, thanks for that, Aaron. Great question, mate. And sorry if I'm not giving you the answer you're looking for, but like I say, I'm just believing being honest, mate. And like I said, I don't believe too much transfer headlines before the transfer window actually comes round. Rich Paul Sport is saying, Benson, that question is tricky. Foden, Saka, and Bellingham played different roles in the team. All 3 are very good. Absolutely, yeah. Well said, Rich Paul Sport. That was kind of a little bit why I stumbled on the question, to be honest, because I was obviously trying to picture it. I'm trying to concentrate on doing the match as well, the match commentary, but I was also trying to picture in my head how them players play and the positions they play. And like you say, they all play slightly differently for their respective teams, and they all have different assets that they contribute. So it's really difficult to pick one out of the 3. So yeah, but like I said, but also personally, I'm not a big fan of picking the best players. I just love to see great players. So yeah, thank you very much for that, Rich Poe Sports. Aaron is saying, I agree, mate. Some clubs sing that they're the best when they're not. I think Man United sing it sometimes, but we have trophies to back us, while Arsenal don't have many. Yeah, for me, like I say, with Arsenal, the reason it bugs me is they sing the song claiming to be the best club the world has ever seen. Well, if the best club the world has ever seen, if that is true, then the best club the world has ever seen should have won a European trophy. You cannot, to me, absolute hypocrites as football fans, if you're singing a song like that when your club has not won the biggest and best trophies. If you've won, I mean, let's put it this way, right? Nottingham Forest, who we've just seen, have got more right to sing that song than Arsenal. And why? Because they've got 2 European trophies that they've won. 2. They've won it twice, as well as winning the league. So they've got more right to sing that song than Arsenal have. So for me, like I said, no problem with fans chanting, singing songs. I'm all for that. But at least be honest. Be honest. When you hear Arsenal singing that song in their stadium, did you realise how stupid that they sound? Because every time I hear them sing it, this is the greatest club the world has ever seen. All I think of, well, you've never won a European trophy, so the Champions League, never won the Champions League, so how can you make that claim that you're the greatest club that you've ever seen? It's hypocritical. It's just stupid. Once you've won the European trophy, then you can sing it. Even my club, I'm proud of my club. I love my club, but I would never be that arrogant to go and sing a song like that because unfortunately, we haven't won enough. As much as I love my club and I think it's a great club, my club hasn't won enough to have the right to sing that song. And maybe I'm too honest, guys. Maybe that's what it is. I believe in being honest in life. There's enough people out there that talk nonsense, and let's put it bluntly, enough people out there that talk bullshit, isn't there? I'm not one of them. I believe in realism and honesty, and for me, people like that are honest are people that you can respect because they're not gonna fill your head with a load of rubbish to suit their agenda. They're good people. So for me, yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of fans singing songs that are not truthful. So yeah, but like I say, thanks for that, Aaron. You guys might think differently. You're well within your rights to think that, and thank you very much. Appreciated. Aaron is saying would much rather win fairly than by a dodgy decision. Absolutely, yeah. Well said, Aaron. I think there's quite a lot of fans that are like that. There's nothing. It takes the edge off it, doesn't it? If your team's won, a little bit fluky. Obviously, yes, it's still good to get the win, but I think most fans would prefer to win, like you say, Aaron, without a little bit of without the referee making a controversial decision or something like that. So, spot on with that, Aaron. I couldn't have said it better myself, mate. To be fair. So yeah, absolutely, totally agree with that. Amar Dina, link, please. Well, the link was at the top of the page, mate. If that's what you mean, in the link to join me on the channel. So Rich Bow Sports is telling me it's not working. So I will try to arrange a stream, the next stream or one of the next streams to be on StreamYard to give you guys the chance to come on if you want to. Obviously, I haven't bothered about it too much up to this point because a lot of fans seem to be camera shy. So that obviously has resulted in me not being able to get many fans on the channel. Yeah, if I know one or two of you guys are wanting to come on the channel, then I will try to set up the stream for using StreamYard so that you can actually join. So apologies about that, Omar. Like I say, if you want to join, you can follow me on social media and talk to me, and we can arrange a stream where you can come on if you want to, or either that, or it's just a case of clicking coming on when I'm using the right software. Rich Poe Sports is saying I will contact you on social media for sure. What I like about this show is that it celebrates football, is not biased, and is interactive. Respect fandom. Top man, thank you very much. That's a very, very positive comment, and I very much appreciate the compliment, mate. And like I said, I just try to be myself. I just try to be. That's part of the reason why I started my channel, because I got fed up with. I watched a lot of other YouTubers before I started this channel, and I got fed up with hearing, people talking rubbish and not being honest and not being sincere and just saying what they think people want to hear. I don't want to be like that. I want to just come on, enjoy mixing with the fandom community, building a channel that truly represents fans, that fans are welcome to get involved in, and where we can speak honestly and respectfully. Obviously, that's a very important part, with respect for each other, but honestly. There's too many football channels out there that just say what, they're trying to be the mainstream media. I'm not trying to be the mainstream. I'm just trying to be Gaz. I'm trying to build a channel, and I'm passionate about fans. And if the channel is successful, guys, I'll be honest, the mainstream media probably won't even like me because I will tell them it as it is. I'm not a yes man. I will definitely speak up. So I'll say that for right now, guys. If this channel is ever successful, I will guarantee you that most mainstream media companies will not like me. Why? Because I will criticize them honestly, respectfully, but honestly, and I will speak up I will always speak up for what matters most to fans. I'm passionate about that, and that is why I started the channel, because there's too many people on social media and on YouTube that just talk a lot of nonsense, that just do things to get clicks. You look at my streams, there's many streams I've had that have been poor, loads, low clicks, low likes, low views. So what? So what? It doesn't stop me. I'm not bothered. I take the good with the bad. There's good streams, there's bad streams. I take with the good with the bad. Why? Because I care about the game and I care about how fans are treated in football. I'm passionate about that. And if I get good stream, I'm buzzing, and I massively appreciate the support. And I will always shout you guys out to show my appreciation, and try and help you out, guys, out with stuff that you're doing. I'll always try to do that. But if I get a bad stream, I'll take it on the chin. You know, you win some, you lose some. Well, life's too short. Why get hooked up on it? So absolutely, top man, Rich Po Sports. I really appreciate that compliment, mate, and thank you very much. It's very nice of you to say. And like I say, I'd love it if you follow me on social media, because definitely when I have spoke to you and I've seen you on other YouTube channels, you seem like a really top guy, and you speak very honestly and passionately. And like I say, that's why I'm quite interested to see if we could help each other out with our respective projects, because I think that me and you could potentially get on really well, if that's something you're looking for, mate. But if not, no problem. But thank you very much, Rich Bosport. Very, very nice of you to say that, mate. I really do appreciate it. Aaron is saying, I agree. I feel so bad for Moisey. Man United is such a tough job because of the expectation from the fans and the awful owners. I'm so glad the Glazers are finally selling the club. Yeah, that's a great point. But I think one thing to touch on there, mate. I think that the fans are becoming a little bit disheartened and impatient with managers, a little bit because of the Glazers. I'm not wanting to make excuses for the fans, but let's be honest. In the past, before the Glazers come along, that there was this common understanding within the fans and the United setup, that they knew that to develop players through the youth academy, you had to give players time, and you had to give players understanding. And I think there was an element of that also when it came to managers as well. But obviously, under Fergie, there was no change of managers to test that. But I think that the Glazers coming in and running the club so badly, and having so little respect for the fans, and the fact that it's a part of a community. It's not just a football club. To the Glazers, it's just a business. But let's be honest, a football club is the heart of a community. And it doesn't matter how big that community is, it's still the heart of a community. And the Glazers have come in and shown a very little respect for that. And I think that is what's contributed to the United fans getting a little bit impatient with managers coming in and not getting it right. It's not that the United fans don't want to give the managers time. It's that they're seeing they're seeing their rival clubs like Man City and Liverpool marching ahead, having investment, improving infrastructure being invested in, players being invested in, and they're scratching their heads saying, how is this not us? How is it we're one of the richest, or used to be one of the richest clubs in the world, and yet we are not able to compete with these two rival clubs, whether it's infrastructure wise or whether it's bringing through young players. So I'm not wanting to make excuses for United players. I'm just wanting to give a little bit of understanding why Man United fans might be a little bit impatient with managers, as we've seen since Alex Ferguson left the club, and obviously that might be a little bit of a contributing factor. But like I said, that's just my opinion. Aaron is also saying that's something Man United need to send scouts out to primary schools and different schools. Our academy is lacking a really classy youngster. The only good youngsters Man United have is Garnacho. Well, like I said, but I'm telling you now, I'm not lying to you. The part of where I live, I remember when I was younger, United used to send scouts out to the local primary schools. I'm not lying. That's God's honest truth, guys. United, I remember them because I don't live in the same place now, but I used to live in when I was younger. I used to, when I was first became an adult, whatever you want to call it. I used to live backed onto a school, so I would see the academy team, the academy staff from the Man United come on the school field with all the school youngsters and look at them playing football. I remember that. It's a good. It's what I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know 15, 20 years ago, but I remember it. So they did used to do it, but like I've told you, I was told off a Manchester United, one of the representatives of the United Academy, that since the Glazers had come into the club, they had cut the costs in the academy, and they basically got rid of a lot of the scouts to cut back on the cost. And apparently, United used to have one of the best scouting networks in world football, and but not anymore. And why? Because of the Glazers. So the sooner the United get the Glazers out of the club, the better it'll be for them and for everybody in football. Because let's be honest, if United start scouting top players and getting top players in their academy, it doesn't just benefit United, it benefits potentially every club in the UK, because some players will make it and some players won't. And the players that don't fall a bit short, shall we say, that are not quite up to the standard that United looking for, they potentially going to be good enough. They're good enough to play in in the Premier League, or good enough to play in the Championship or in Scottish League. They're just not quite good enough for the Champions League, and that's what the kind of players that United are going to be looking for. And that's why they had a scouting network to try and pick out the best players to build teams to compete in Europe and the Premier League. So, like I say, if United got back to that, it would help every club within the UK football pyramid, because if they're not good enough for United, what's going to happen? United are going to pass them on to other clubs to develop further, to see if they can get that player to improve, to learn more, or to be an important player in a Championship club or a Scottish club. So it's as simple as that. I'm sure you guys, I don't need to explain it to you guys. You guys are very knowledgeable about football, so I'm sure you get exactly where I'm coming from with that. But yeah, thank you very much for that update there, Aaron. Appreciate that, mate. Aaron also saying, I'm just going to try and get through these messages now because I'm really hungry, guys. I've done a double stream today and want to jump off and get some food. Aaron saying, we are one of the biggest clubs in the world. We're where we should have some really good talents by now, mate. Like I say, you honest, you used to have one of the best scouting networks in world football. You really did. I'm honest. Obviously, I live in the greater Manchester area, so I'm very familiar with Man United. I've got family that support the club, so I'm very quite clued up with the bigger picture at United like that. Because obviously, like I say, you got relatives and living within the greater Manchester area. You do get to know, obviously, a lot about the clubs within the local community. So yeah, United, like I say, it's the Glazers that have damaged the academy for United, mate. Definitely, and I'm not just saying that. That's fact. Aaron Hart's also saying, brilliant mindset for the channel, mate. Absolutely brilliant channel. I love how different it is to other club channels. A lot of honesty, which can be very difficult for football channels. Yeah, but like I say, mate, I want that. Well, that's the way I want the channel to go. I want you guys not only to be a part of the channel, but I want you to have trust in it. I want you to have trust in the fact that I'll be honest with you, that that I'm not going to just blow smoke, or I'm not going to say just what was be expected to say. I will say what I see, what is the truth, and out of respect for you guys, I will always try to do that. And I'm absolutely honest. It's real. It's really, really appreciated all the positive comments from you guys, and that you recognise that I'm trying to do that. Because, like I say, for me, I'm not coming on here to be a celebrity. I'm coming on here because I care about football and I want to build a real fan channel. That and with respect to every other channel doing what they're doing on YouTube, fair enough. They do what they do. That's up to them. That's their channel. But I've seen a lot of other channels and what they do, and I don't like it. I don't like their clickbaiting, their always attention to wanting to be that, to be that, whatever you want to call it, to be something they're not. I just believe in, if I'm going to build the channel, I want to build it and show a little bit of my personality in the channel and the project. And one big part of my personality is that I'm a very strong believer in being straight with people. Honesty is the best policy. I've got no time for people that bullshit, because people you always get caught out. If you lie and you talk rubbish, people will always look to catch you out. So why? But my policy, or my um, belief in life is, if you be honest and you treat people with respect, then you're going to get it. If you want respect, you give respect, and that's what I try to do. And that alongside that is a crucial part of it, is being honest. So massive appreciation to you guys for at least taking that on board. And like I say, honest, it's really encourages me to keep going with the project when I hear you guys showing that kind of support and appreciation for the fact of what I'm trying to do. So thank you very much, guys. I really do appreciate it. Honest, I'm not lying. I do. It done. I don't take it for granted. Aaron is also saying massive respect for the channel, Gaz. Thank you very much, Aaron, and massive respect to you, mate, because you guys make the channel. I'm just the face of the channel to help it get to where I hope it will grow to. There'll be more people being brought into it in the future and stuff like that. I'm well aware of that, because I've got bigger ambition. But one thing you guys will always know, no matter who else comes into this channel, it will always have me guiding it to stick to its true beliefs. It will always have me making sure that that there's honesty, and that we keep that balance of being honest and respectful. And anybody that doesn't comes into the project that doesn't respect them principles, they won't last very long in the project. So yeah, so like I say, massive respect to you guys, because like I say, it's you guys that are going to make this channel what it is. You're making it what it is up to this point, and I know that you're going to be a massive part of making it what it is in the future. So massive thanks to you guys, and thank you very much for the positivity, Aaron. I really do appreciate it, mate. Thank you. Joey's saying, yeah, got to agree. Love the honesty. Thank you very much, Joey. And like I say, I can't thank you guys enough. Honest, it's really does appreciate that that you guys have. You guys have got it. You decent people. You show that because you got it about you to recognize what I'm trying to do with the channel, and how I'm trying to guide it forward. And like I say, not only good people can recognize that. People that want to be, difficult don't recognize that. And why? Because they don't want to recognize it. But you people, you guys are showing that you are top lads. And why? Because you have the decency to analyze that and say it, and understand that how I'm trying to guide the project forward. So thank you, honest. I can't say it enough, guys. And like I say, massive thanks to all of you guys for your continued support. It like I say, I don't take it for granted. Aaron is saying, yeah, mate, I think United fans don't understand how long it is for a rebuild. We need to give Ten Hag the time he deserves. I think United fans are stuck in the past, so expect success every season. I think you're right to a certain extent, but I think, like I said, Aaron, I think there is an element of that, mate. But I think there's also an element of what they're seeing going on down the road. You're seeing that that the biggest rivals to the club, which is Man City and Liverpool, are both invested in the infrastructure. They're both invested in the playing squad, and United are just, obviously United have invested in the playing squad, but let's be honest. It's been the Glazers trying to go in for big names, trying to bandage the situation because they've not got a plan. They've not got a plan, and now they're getting recognised for that. The fans have identified that they're just patching the team up wherever they can and hoping for the best. And now that the fans have recognised that, the Glazers don't like it. Well, what do you expect? You come in talking the talk, saying that you're going to lead the club forward. You've got ambitions. You want to keep it a family club and all this and they've not lived up to them promises. Not lived. If you remember the speech when they first came over, the guys, when they first took over the club, they announced loads of statements, loads of press conferences, saying they were going to do this, say they were going to respect the traditions of the club, blah blah blah, and they've done none of it. They've done none of it. They've just tried to patch the club up. And keep it ticking over, keep it making profit for a month. for them. And like I say, now the fans have figured out their long-term ambitions and seen through the smoke and mirrors and now see the bigger picture. So yeah, like I said, I think there's an element of truth to that, Aaron, mate. But like I said, I think also a big part of it is frustration coming from the fans that they're seeing that City and Liverpool are making positive strides forwards, and United fans frustrated with the poor leadership coming from the Glazers, and rightly so. Rightly so. Rich Poe Sport, I've saying, Rich Poe, I hope I'm getting it right now, mate. I've contacted you on your Instagram, guys. Question: are there two clubs that you strongly suspect may get relegated from the Prem? Are Nottingham Forest one of them? Get some dinner respect. Yeah, I don't know. I've not actually looked recently at the bottom of the table, to be fair, mate. So, I mean, I'll be honest. I'd actually like Nottingham Forest to stay up because of the history that their club has. So I think they'd be a great addition to the Premier League if they can stay up and survive. I think they're going to find it difficult, but one thing I always look at it, I know a lot of fans just look at it as relegation, but to me, I don't. If a club goes down in the right way, like we saw with Norwich, for example, where they come up, they invest a little bit at a time, and they're prepared to be relegated and have another go. And that is the best way to manage your club, because that's the way you're going to have a chance of establishing yourself as a Premier League club, because you're not spending too much too soon. How many other clubs have we seen come up in the Premier League, spend stupid amounts of money and think that that's just going to, that's going to mean they stay up? QPR comes to mind, spending stupid amounts of money and thinking that that's just going to buy them security. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So for me, I'd be disappointed if Nottingham Forest do get relegated. I'd like to see them stay up because I think they would be truly a good addition to the league. But I think if they do go down, I think that hopefully they go down and they go down sensibly because they've not overspent in the transfer window, which should put them in a good position to basically build a really good competitive team for the Championship and potentially get promoted again quite quickly. So yeah, but I'll have a look, Rich Postport, and hopefully answer that question for you on the next stream, or hopefully on a stream where you join me, mate. Like I said, it's not fresh in my mind at the minute, to be honest, what the relegation situation is in the Premier League. So apologies about that, mate. Like I say, maybe it's just because it's been a long day, but yeah, I'll definitely try and have a nosy at that at some point soon, and maybe give you a better answer next time. So yeah, I hope you understand, mate. It's just because, like I say, not had nothing to eat yet, so I wanted to kind of call it an end to the stream in a few minutes and go and get some food before it gets too late. Aaron is saying, but yeah, sorry, thanks for that, Rich Postport, appreciated, mate. Great question. Aaron Hart is saying, great stream, guys, mate. Enjoyed the footy talk. No worries, mate. Like I say, I think I'm I think I'm starting to get a little bit better at the balance of commentating and interacting with you guys in the chat, but I think it's going to take a bit more practice until I perfect that. And I probably, even when I do feel I've perfected it, I'll probably still make the odd mistake because, as we know, games, you look away from the screen for a second and it's all perfectly calm and it's a throw in or something like that. And the next thing you know, you look at it again and there's a goal opportunity. So it's very easy to get caught out. But like I said, I'm determined to try to do my best to get the balance right between commentating and also interacting with you guys in the chat. Because, like I say, interacting with you guys in the chat is an important part of the channel because I want you guys to feel part of Fandom. Rich Paul Sport is saying, have a great weekend, Aaron, Joey, Omar, and all who have taken time out to watch the show. Thank you very much. That's really, really top man, Rich Paul Sports, for showing a bit of a bit of togetherness with the rest of the fans in the chat. It's really nice to see that, mate. Thank you very much for that. And like I say, hopefully you have a pleasant evening for the rest of it. And like I say, I'll definitely, I'm going to jump off in a minute, and I'm going to grab something to eat and that. But as soon as I've had, half an hour or whatever it is that I need, I will go on social media and follow you back if you followed me, and then we can hopefully catch up properly then, mate, and see what we can sort out, mate, to see if we could do some stuff together in the future, mate. Um, but thank you very much, Rich Paul Sport. Appreciate the positivity, mate. Joey is saying thanks for the stream, guys. Some great comments and talk. See you on the next one. Top man, Joey. Thank you very much for dropping back in, Joey, who gave a lot of support in the earlier stream today. So I really appreciate you dropping back in, Joey. Didn't expect it, mate, but thank you very much, and really do appreciate it. And have a restful and pleasant evening. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you again on a future stream, mate. And like I say, thanks again. Take care. Joey saying thanks, Rich Paul. You too, top man. Thanks, Joey. Aaron saying hope you have a good week too, Rich Paul. Yeah, absolutely top. Obviously, I love it when I see you guys making the effort to speak to each other. Kieran Williams is saying Glazers out ASAP. Absolutely, mate. Well said, Kieran. I totally agree with that, mate. We need massive change at we need massive change for the United fans to have more pride. I know that fans are proud of their club anyway, but obviously the Glazers are clearly holding the club at ransom, and we need that. We need them out to help make the club positive again. Dylan is dropped back in. Hi, guys. Sorry, I was a while. Was it a good game? Yeah, it was an interesting game. A little bit end to end to a certain extent, but both teams gave a good account of themselves. Norwich, obviously, United coming out 3-0 winners in the end. But I thought for Nottingham Forest's first visit to Old Trafford in a long time, and they've only got promoted through the playoffs. I think that they can hold their heads high that they managed to keep it to only a 3-0 defeat. So, yeah, I would say it was a pretty good game. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button. It'd be very much appreciated. We are still quite a new YouTube project trying to get known. And we are quite a unique project, or at least I like to hope we're a unique project. But yeah, like I say, I'm going to try and rattle through these comments now, because this is the end of 2 streams today, and I really want to get off and go and get some food. But yeah, thanks for that, Dylan. Appreciate you dropping back in, mate. And like I say, it was a good stream, and it's because you guys helped make it a good stream. Simon Soliard saying thanks, Man United. Top man, thanks. Great to see you drop in, mate. Always a pleasure to see new people coming, getting involved. Simon Soliad. Apologies if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, mate. But hopefully, if I see you again in the stream, I might get it better. But yeah, good win for United today. So good to see United fans happy with that. Billy, random clips. Juicy relegation fight, I'm predicting. Yeah, that goes without saying that, mate. Well said. I think it's going to be tasty second half to the season, as we were just saying, and I think we're going to see quite a juicy transfer window as well, with the fact that Arsenal and Newcastle up there near the top of the league unexpectedly at this stage anyway. So I think we're going to see an interesting transfer window, and like Billy is saying, I think it's going to also contribute to an interesting relegation fight come the end of the season. Billy Random Clips is also saying, hope you have a great evening. Thank you very much, Billy. Appreciate you coming, getting involved, mate. Always a pleasure to see new people get involved, and thank you very much for contributing to the chat as well, mate. Stephen Allen, hi, Billy. Absolutely top man. And Billy just replying with a hi. So that's, I think we managed to catch up on the comments, guys. So yeah, It's been a great stream. You guys contribute to making streams good. It's not just me. I'm just the face of the channel. Without you, this channel is doesn't become the success we hope it will be in the future. I'm really trying to build a genuine fan channel that involves all fans, where all fans are welcome. So please do consider subscribing and hit that like button if you're new. Like I say, consider subscribing. Give us a chance. See if you like what the project's about. We're only in the early stages still of just building the project, so there's a lot more to come from Fanden. And if you truly care about football, trust me, guys, this in the future will be the channel for you. So thank you very much to all of you guys that have come and got involved today. It's been a really active stream. I actually wasn't too sure if it would be, because obviously United's quite a popular club, and there's a lot of Manchester United channels that cover United, and rightly so, because they're particular club channels. But even though we are not a club channel, we want all fans of all clubs to feel welcome to come and get involved, and that includes United and Nottingham Forest. So that's about it for me for today, guys. Hopefully, I will speak to you guys again soon. If you're off out over the next few days for Christmas parties, things like that, make sure you stay safe, look after yourself, and hopefully I will see you guys again on future streams. Just going to read out Billy's final comment before I go. Billy's saying, "See you later, mate. Hopefully we will see you tomorrow." Yeah, hopefully, mate. Like I said, I've not I've not planned tomorrow. I think there's some Scottish games on tomorrow, so I might try and do a Scottish football game tomorrow to give the Scottish fans a bit of consideration as well. But thank you very much, Billy. Really appreciate it. And a special thanks to all you guys that have been in the stream today, especially the great support we've had from Rich Paul Sports, Aaron, and Joey, as well as Dylan as well. And if I'm forgetting anybody else, I apologize. But you guys definitely come to mind, particularly because you guys have shown some amazing support today on the streams. And like I say, I really appreciate it. So thanks a lot, guys. Look after yourself, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye for now.